Dude, I don't know what I would do if computers couldn't copy and paste. That's that.
I should probably turn on the TV a little bit. It's quite loud.
I saw my bot in the chat and I was like, someone just wrote a paragraph.
It was you the whole time. Sushi, you try to type. You can't type, kitty. You're a
She's
cow.
so freaking cute. She's writing a paper.
What's is Sushi writing a paper on?
She's writing a paper on quantum physics. She's turning it back into a closed dimension. Oh no. It didn't work. It was a failed experiment.
Are you okay, Sushi?
She went under the futon. She moved around. Baby cat.
She's so freaked out.
She's so funny.
Sushi just tried to get into a bag.
It was a big paper bag that was on at my desk, and she jumped in it. Well, so she walked across the keyboard, and I joked that she was writing a paper on quantum physics, and that the bag was a portal to another dimension. And she jumped in the bag, went upside down into it, and flipped off of the desk onto the ground, and freaked out and ran away. It was so funny.
The other dimension was pain.
The other dimension was pain. Oh no. But hey, Cap, how's it going? Gotta love him. That's for sure.
Ugh.
I do love that wacky gremlin.
I want to do some soul farming too at some point.
Yeah.
Or if you want, I could always do that for you off stream.
That's true. Or on stream, people like you. It's up to you. I think I'm good. Oh, I should tweet it. Friggin' Twitter. I always forget.
Spicy bath.
Yeah!
Spicy bath.
Okay, so in the podcast, we were talking about Megaton. We were talking about the children of Adam sitting around the water
Is
and
it
the...
the irradiated water?
Yeah, so
Spicy. Oh my
Captain's
God.
doing... We're gonna make a shirt. We're gonna sell merch of it.
Oh,
So he's doing a drawing of the bomb in the water and the people kneeling in the water around it. And it's gonna say spicy bath, or like something along those lines.
Okay.
I was gonna ask how it's going. I'm glad it's going well. Tweeter. Yeah, excuse you. How dare you? Twitter? I barely know her. Don't. open up my stream manager too, so I can see what's up, see what's going on in here. Is it just Captain?
You can turn that down a little bit.
It's in the one in the game, not the TV sound.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, turn the game audio down.
Oh, in-game?
Yeah. Yeah. Cory has the controller right now.
It's pretty low.
Oh, this is funny.
What?
Some people from the group that I left just followed me this morning.
Huh.
Which is kind of hilarious.
More beneficial.
Yeah. Well, definitely because like I haven't been posting in there. They must have just like, I wonder if someone said something and was like, I can only speculate on what happened, but thanks people who joined in.
That's good? Okay.
What was it set to?
It was just 1 point higher. It was set to 3. I just turned it down to 2.
Oh, weird.
I don't know why it was so loud.
Maybe it got confused. We were also talking kind of away from the microphone. And I'm still talking quietly.
Yeah. A little off to the side.
Yeah.
I will say though, for the final boss, if/when we get there, I should make a request to actually pump the music a bit because the music in that boss fight, it's beautiful.
We can just, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, so when I play on my desktop, I literally talk right into the mic, which is how this mic is supposed to work. But when we do this, we're a little farther away. Unfortunately.
So you have to share a microphone.
Yeah, it's not the greatest setup. It's a little funny to look at. At the end of the year, I'm going to be getting a capture card. And I'll be able to play this with my overlay on it, and I'll also be able to play on the Switch. Which means I can stream Zelda, I can stream Animal Crossing, I can stream whatever the hell
I
goes.
think it was an Elgato.
The cat.
Yeah.
That would be on brand for me.
It worked pretty good. I could never figure out how to get the audio for like a microphone to work with it, but I was able to record some stuff, like just the gameplay, just fine.
Interesting. I'm gonna open OBS, which seems silly because I'm not streaming from my computer, but there's a function where I can look and see who is in my chat.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to use it because I think it might still work like this. What's up?
You can't see who's in your chat just by looking at chat?
I mean, not my chat, but in my viewers. Like, who's watching.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the only way I can see it. It's dumb.
I'm gonna kill some.
Although apparently CJ can see it. I don't know why.
Is CJ a mod in your chat?
Nope.
Weird.
Alright, who we got? We got good old Joe in here. I see you. Oh, and you just typed. Oh no. Off to a bad start. And then we got myself and Stream Elements, shockingly.
Wow.
Wow. And then we have
Thank you, Stream Elements.
CJ's in here lurking.
Lurking.
And then we have Cap, and then we have Maybe I Look Out His Window. Hello. Maybe I look out his window. That's a little creepy.
Do you look out his window?
Do you? What do you see out there?
I must know these things.
Anyway, I see
must
you,
know.
and I love you, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Alright. Good to know. Good to know. I'm gonna keep these both open so I can see everything.
Bugs are annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Not that swamp poison.
I threw a firebomb at the bug.
Seems like overkill.
Yeah, it is. I'm actually gonna switch out to katana because it has vertical swings. Go away.
Have I already been through here?
Huh?
Yeah, because this is on the way to the spider.
Yeah, so last time we rang the second bell of awakening. So
Oh, let me give you some context. My roommate is here with me.
yes, hello.
He's playing right now. But in the last stream, yeah, I went through here and I beat this boss. The
Yeah, you beat
spider witch lady.
you beat her, and you beat who else did you beat?
I only beat one last time.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. We only did most of Blighttown last time. Okay. It was last stream you beat 2 bosses.
Yeah.
I forgot. Last
Yeah, the stream
you
before
got
that, I beat the butterfly one.
Butterfly and
The gargoyles.
oh yeah.
Oh no. That's really funny.
Yeah, when the game first came out, the just walking in this area was like, I hope you like stuttering because that's all you're gonna see.
Oh my god. Thanks so much for the subscription. I forgot that you weren't subscribed. Because you gave me 5 other subs. But thank you so much. That really means a lot to me.
Yeah. What? How did that work? I like.
You just pick up his poop.
Yeah.
That's
but
gross.
I killed him, right? He had no HP, but he then continued to do his stand-up animation anyway, and then died.
That's weird.
I don't know how that's supposed to work.
I'm eating my first meal of the day. It is chips and queso. Very
So
nutritious.
delectable. That booty.
Booty souls. What the heck? Everybody is losing points lately.
I'm telling you, your slots are rigged.
Listen, they're rigged a little bit, but not that bad.
Openly admits that the slots are rigged.
You have to choose how rigged they are when you make them. 116 out of 123? Whoa! When did I get 123 people in here?
Wait, what?
I guess, so like, every time someone
is that
comes in,
over, like, in total of every person that's tuned in?
in the last like week or so, yeah. Or not even, in the last,
That's a lot.
yeah. That is a lot. I've streamed for over 100 hours now, and I've had over 1,000 views on my channel.
Wow.
Which is insane.
So many views. So many people watching us with their 2 eyeballs.
Hey, what about people with only one?
Their 1 eyeball.
Or blind people, Cory, jeez.
Or 4th dimensional beings with 3 eyeballs. You never know. It could happen. Let's do a little soul farming for you. I'll leave getting out of Blighttown to you.
Great.
I'm gonna have you go to the depths so we can get the ember to upgrade weapons some more, and then I'll have you kill Gaping Dragon, which is an absolute joke of a boss fight. I can say confidently that you will kill him.
we failed at the...
Ceaseless discharge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, Gaping Dragon has a mechanic to him that just makes him blatantly easy. And you
Oh,
can,
I have to
you
hydrate.
Yeah, hydrate or dihydrate. But Gaping Dragon has a thing with him where you can recreate it every time you fight him. That just makes him super easy to fight.
That's cool.
I will share that info when we get to it. Because first we gotta get through Depths. Depths is kind of a pain in the butt. It's not the worst thing in the world, it's just like tight quarters and basilisks and rats. Lots of rats.
It's like the Chamber of Secrets.
If the Chamber of Secrets was full of shit, like actually full of shit. Come over here and get these things.
Is that a leech?
Yeah. Giant poison leeches.
Did you know that if you have a leech on you and you pick it up wrong, it'll spit everything in its stomach back into your blood?
Ugh.
It's really bad for you. Don't do that.
How are you supposed to pick it
Very carefully.
up? Slowly?
Like gently. You have to like pry it off from underneath and like wait for it to let go.
Oh, okay. What if it doesn't let go?
You cry.
Fucked. You're fucked.
You can survive having a leech on you.
Oh, I know. I was assuming at some point it probably just stops.
Excuse me, J123 Gateway 65. I don't want to be famous. Screw you.
Look at me. I'm a dumb bot. I can't even use proper punctuation or real letters.
Yay, you banhammered him. Oh no! I got queso on my leg.
Queso leg.
Should I eat it?
I'm gonna leave that up to you.
My leg is clean. There we go.
So I think I'm hearing we need a queso leg emote.
Oh my god.
It's just a leg with cheese on it.
Cheese leg. I can make it. I have space for another emote. I wonder how many subscribers I have to hit to get more emotes. I can look. We hit 15, and that was what I needed to add more than just 3. So I think I can add either 4 or 6 now. I don't remember how many.
Either way, it's more.
Yeah, so like the more subscribers you have, the more emote spaces, like
Yeah.
slots you unlock.
Yeah.
So I wonder what the next like
There's like miles.
threshold is. Yeah, the next milestone. Cap, if you want to design a cheese leg emote for me to use, feel free. Otherwise, I'll do my best.
Cheese.
Fev, hello. Fev is part of my Apex Dream Team.
Yeah, I tuned in for a little bit. A lot of people did.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Actually, when I watched the Phasmophobia.
Oh yeah, that was me and Fev
Yeah.
playing Phasmophobia together. You right, you right. That was fun. We should do that again. Yeah, no worries. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to hydrate. Ah.
Do you have any ideas for like what another emote you would want to put on this channel? Like actually?
I mean, we could do a cheese leg. That's a fun inside joke.
Sushi, don't eat the cheese.
Girl, you're gonna have a weird poop.
She didn't lick it. I got her away before she could, but she was having a real strong sniff.
Alrighty, Joe, consider me hydrated. It'd be funny if people put, what's the food version of hydrate?
Nutrition? Calorie intake? I don't know.
If people could make you, like, okay, so this is kind of weird, because some people are, like, into that. But forget that for a minute. There's people who are into, like, feeding people. Anyway, but that's not what I'm talking about. Pretend that doesn't exist. I think it would be funny to have that as an option for a stream to, like, just force someone to keep eating something the whole time.
No, bad idea.
That would be so,
idea.
but, like, no, okay.
No.
But listen, it would be really difficult if you're trying to stream a game like Dark Souls, and then someone's like, eat a fucking snack. Like, sushi, stop, you can't have cheese.
I mean...
No, I know that if I put that as an option, it would immediately turn into a kink thing. For sure.
Well, not only that, but at least in my mind, it's easier to overeat than it is to overhydrate.
Well, yeah, so that's the other problem, right? It's like, maybe it has to cost like 1,000,000 points. Not 1,000,000, but like more than most people would have. That way, like, people can't just make you eat constantly, because otherwise that's bad.
In terms of doing it in terms of like a challenge thing, I think is fine. Because then you're not doing it every stream and whatnot, and it's like, there's a point to it. It's not just, hey, make me eat something.
Yeah.
Because, I've seen people do stuff like that for Dark Souls runs. Where they'll be like, one guy I watch, he has, like, a reward you can redeem during one of his streams that he does, where if you redeem enough points, he has to play the game... What is it? Oh, he has to reverse all of his controls. So nothing is like how it is, and he's not used to playing that way, so he goes, everything's broken.
Oh no. You ordered a starter race wheel. Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. Oh my god, yeah, can you imagine playing like Apex with a wheel? It's like a instead of a controller or like the keyboard. I don't know why I said controller. I haven't even played it with a controller.
You know, now I'm thinking about it, you know what might be a good weapon that we could probably farm? It might take a little bit. The Baldur's side sword. I don't think we have it.
What is it?
So it's a long sword that... It's a long sword, but it looks kind of like a rapier. But it has the moveset of a longsword, and it's like really, really long. Its heavy attack is a thrust, which is really, really strong. And it scales very, very well with dex. So it's a dex sword. In the long run, it may actually end up being better than the katana. At least for some fights. Because the katana, like, early game is good. Because it has the bleed effect on it. And it scales pretty high with dex for a low level. But after a certain point, like, we're gonna level, like, I guarantee you, if we, like, went to anything past Sen's Fortress, I feel like is when the katana's gonna start showing how not great it is. Because the damage just won't be able to keep up. But the Baldur's side sword, its damage should be able to keep up with everything past that point.
Okay.
So, if you want to farm that, we can farm that.
Yeah, why not try?
Try to get out of like
dude, I'm dumb. I didn't change the name of this.
Did you not?
The stream.
Oh, it said Dark Souls first playthrough.
It just says my first playthrough, but I was for Undertale.
Oh.
So everything says Undertale. I'm so sorry.
Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to notice.
I'm actually not sure what bosses are... Undersouls by Dark Playthrough. There you go.
Undersouls.
I'm not sure what bosses are weak to bleed. There's not a lot of them, if I remember correctly. These guys are weak to bleed because they're just giant skin ogres.
Hong Kong.
And they are gross. They drop a really good strength weapon though. It's a club that has poison on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh no, you can't afford slots anymore.
Hello, Saber. Saber's here.
Saber's here. Okay, hold up. I'll do a raffle and then you can get some more, hopefully. I'll do a big one. Wow, y'all hopped on that. So apparently Feels Good Man is a Pepe?
Oh, yeah. It's like a feels good Pepe. If I'm not mistaken.
Congrats, Saber.
So, actually, I'm going to show you a thing. Here's what happens when we ring 2 bells of awakening. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da!
Oh my god, what is that?
This is a great serpent. This is Framped.
He's a friend?
Yeah, he's friendly.
His teeth are awful.
Yeah, aren't they like wonderful? Those molars.
Why does he have teeth? At least he's an herbivore. He's got flat teeth.
He's basically telling you that your destiny is to kill Gwyn, link the fire, blah blah blah, do all the things. He tells you in order to do that, you have to go recover this thing called the Lord Vessel from Anor Londo. Yeah.
Anor Londo.
Anor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel. And we can feed stuff to him. We can feed, what should we feed? We should feed Soul of the Moonlight Butterfly. Oh, that's right, we're also possibly going to look at making that fire sword. And Orlando.
And Orlando.
Okay, your choice. We either farm for the Boulder Side Sword, or we start working towards getting the stuff we need for the Flame Neck Sword that I told you about.
What's the difference between them?
So they're both really, really good. The main differences are going to be the Balder Side Sword is going to have a not a much longer range, but it's going to have a longer range than the Fury Sword, which is the Fire Sword.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to have a straight sword moveset, so a straight sword moveset is slash, and then a stab for heavy.
Yeah.
And the Baldur's Side Sword is going to do physical damage. The Quelaag Fury Sword, or the Fire Sword, is a curved sword, so its range is going to be very, very short. Its attack's going to be very quick, though. And all of its attack damage is going to be fire instead of physical damage, which is good because if you come across an enemy that has high physical resistance, it usually doesn't have a whole lot of elemental resistance.
Does anything have high fire resistance?
Yes. Remember Ceaseless Discharge?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much him and everything after him has high fire resistance.
So wouldn't it make sense to get a sword that does not that?
Well, so that's for that specific area,
Mm-hmm.
right? Once you get the Lord Soul from that area, you don't have to go back there.
Okay.
And then most of the stuff after that is weak to fire again. Or not weak to fire, but it can be hit by fire. And do normal damage. So either way...
Which one do you think is easier to get? Just asking all the questions.
That's a matter of luck, actually.
I'm kind of leaning towards the fire one.
So
personally.
In terms of easiness to get right now, the Baldur's Side Sword will be easier, but it might take a while simply because, the drop rate on the sword.
Thanks for the nudes, babe.
Oh, CJ! Wow, so many nudes. The Baldur's Side Sword has a very low drop chance, which is the thing.
Okay.
So, you could get really, really lucky, and it could drop on your second run. Or you could get really, really unlucky, and it won't drop for 30 runs.
Oh my god.
Those runs aren't long, however. Like, you could do a span of, 10 runs in the span of maybe 10 minutes. The problem with the Soul of Quelaag is we actually won't be able to make it until we get to Anor Londo. But once we get to Anor Londo, as long as we have the required weapon in our inventory, we can just immediately make it. So it's more of a guarantee type of thing.
What do you think?
I'm thinking what we could do is try to get the Baldur's Side Sword and start working on possibly upgrading that a little bit. And then once we get to Anor Londo, because remember how I said, the katana's damage may not be amazing.
Yeah.
Once we get to Anor Londo,
yeah,
it may be good to have something like that to get through Anor Londo until we can get the Fury Sword. Burned chip. Extra smoky. So maybe good to have something until we can get the Fury Sword.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can just keep using the Fury Sword. And the good benefit...
So both?
Yes. Eventually both. Because both of them are going to take different upgrade materials.
Okay.
So we won't have to worry about, farming a buttload of extra smithing materials for both of them. Because they're both going to take different things.
Okay, we can do both.
Okay.
That tasted burnt.
Burned? Yeah.
Yeah.
Spicy burnt.
Surprisingly burnt. That's kind of gross. Also, I'm out of cheese.
You're out of cheese? Oh no.
Oh no.
You could melt some provolone.
Oh my god, I could melt some provolone.
I don't know how good that would be.
I love me some provolone.
Wouldn't be that good.
We could add some
really
spices to it.
You'd have to heat it up so much that it turns into a liquid. Probably wouldn't take a lot, But
just gotta melt it.
what are you gonna melt? Are you just gonna like take a slice or two of provolone and put it in a bowl with some like herbs?
And some
Or,
fucking herbs.
Shove it in the microwave and make my own homemade queso.
I mean, we could. Italians are a point of contention in my brain, seeing as
What?
I'm Greek and they stole my culture.
Oh.
Just kidding. That's God. Can you imagine holding a grudge for that long?
Darn Italy.
Freaking Rome. I kid.
We're gonna stop being a hoarder. What's that?
I really thought you were gonna say we're gonna stop being a whore.
That too.
Yeah, Cory, jeez. Calm down.
What's that lady's name who's like, you need to, does this item spark joy?
Marie Kondo?
Yeah, we're gonna Marie Kondo our inventory here a little bit.
I KonMari'd my whole home once.
Oh.
It was actually
Does that method
incredible.
actually work?
Yeah, it's awesome. So you literally have to, it takes forever. And it's not just that, there's more.
Yeah, I think
there's a lot more
people
details.
Like to, like, pull that out of context.
Yeah, that's the quote. That's how to use a sword properly. Wow. I love a good...
I've always wanted to learn how to use a sword.
You have a sword.
It's not a real sword.
Yeah, but it could hurt someone.
Yeah, but you know that a real sword is like 2 times the weight of that, and you know how heavy that sword is.
Yeah.
And also, real swords are much better made. If I hit someone with the sword that I have, it would break instantly.
Remember when it cut into the carpet?
Yeah, because it has a sharp point. If you like literally just let it like rest on the carpet too hard, like simply just like putting it down like with its own weight, it will puncture the carpet.
Yeah.
Like that's how sharp the point is.
But
it's not even actually like a real blade or anything.
That's so cool. What the heck? Swords are cool.
Swords are awesome. I like to have either like a katana or like a really cool looking longsword.
Oh. So yeah. I forgot what we were talking about. I KonMari'd my whole house.
Ah.
It was awesome. You have to touch. You don't have to do every single, like all the different things, because there's different guidelines for different sections of your house, like different rooms, different kinds of items. You have to do clothes last, because people get stuck on clothes. They have a hard time, and like sentimental things. You have to do sentimental things last, because people have a hard time getting rid of those things. But it's easier to get rid of those things once you've already been working through all your stuff and getting rid of things. Like you're already in it, you know, and you've had time to like process it already. So yeah, that's a rule. But if you are doing any area, even if you're only doing clothes or whatever, you have to touch, physically hold in your hands every single item. And if it doesn't spark joy, which essentially just means like you hold it, so like for clothes, because that's the easiest example, you hold it, you want to wear it, you look forward to wearing it. If it doesn't do that, or it doesn't actually, like, you don't need it, like it's not like if in a kitchen, you're not gonna get rid of all your silverware just because you don't like it. You know, like if you need it, you need it. Unless you're going to buy a new one, right? So like it's, you know, necessity is also factored in. You don't just like get rid of things because you don't need them. Although we did find that like we were getting rid of things, and like a year later we needed them. They're like crap. But you can just buy a new one if you're able. So it's not that bad. But yeah, so you have to go through and touch every object in your whole house, which we did. Every single object. We got rid of like 75% of the stuff we owned, which was awesome. Like, it's so nice to have less things if you don't have to have all the things. Your need for swords is so great that you need to buy new swords.
See, that's why I'm kind of thankful I don't actually like own a whole lot of things.
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of things here.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice. You don't have to worry about it.
Less clutter.
Yeah. But yeah, I really need to go through my clothes. There's also rules on like how to organize things. So, like, how to organize things in drawers in a way that makes the items happy. Which is interesting. It kind of follows the same kind of, like, concepts as things like, feng shui. You know, this idea that, like, the way that you position things affects the energy behind them and the way it'll make you feel in turn, which is fun.
Sorry, feng shui has forever been ruined for me by actually, funnily enough, one of the Sims games. I forget which one it is, but I always like hated it because, like, I would want to make a house, right? I'd want to make this nice big house, and I'd want to put a bunch of stuff in it, but stuff that made sense. And like, I would reach a point where it'd be like, you can't add this to your house because it would ruin the feng shui. And I'm like, it's my house!
What the heck?
Let me do what I want!
That's so weird. I don't remember that.
I don't remember which one it was.
That's so funny. In Animal Crossing, if you follow, especially in the older, I don't know how it is for New Horizons, but in the older games, if you follow, like, the guidelines of feng shui, you can get more points for your your decor, which is cool. But yeah, so, like, how
I'm
just
gonna put a bunch of balloons in my bathroom and put a skeleton in it.
my house is kind of like that. It's Animal Crossing. I have a room that's just teddy bears.
I've seen your house maybe once.
The main room of my Animal Crossing house is like, it looks like if you walked into like a psychic, like if you're getting a psychic reading, that's what it looks like. And then there's like a secret like Satanist like little nook.
Satanist.
I don't know what else to call it. It's like definitely like a very spooky shrine area.
Where'd you put my phone? No, it's over by the Satanist nook.
I think it's really funny to like have such a wholesome game and then go into a house and it's like there's something spooky going on in there. Anyway, so my main room is like that. The rest of the house is not like that. It's just the one you walk into. And then I have my bedroom, which is like space luau themed.
Space luau.
So think like Lilo and Stitch. It's got like starry walls, but it has sand, like beach sand for the floor, and it has like glowing shells and like a big clam bed with a pearl pillow and like.
So beach at night.
Yeah, but ethereal and glowing and interesting. So it looks really cool.
I don't know if, I think there are some seashells that naturally glow.
I know that,
bioluminescence is very common among seashells.
Yeah, like phytoplankton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really cool, by the way. Like, literally, these are, like, organisms that, though, if you really think about it, it's kind of funny. These are organisms that have developed a way to literally glow in the dark, which oftentimes is to their own detriment, because it means predators can see them.
Yeah.
Especially in dark.
But a lot of them like stick together, so it looks like a big, massive blob.
Yeah.
Of glowing.
Well, that's their like main form of like deterrent, right? It's like, we're bigger, so they're gonna not look at us.
Even though they're freaking tiny.
Yeah. Well, then you look at what are those fish called? The ones that like swarm. It's not anchovies. Is it anchovies?
That swarm?
Yeah, you've seen like a
or the ones that like go together, the little ones.
Yeah, and they're like there's like thousands of them.
Not anchovies. I don't
no,
think.
I don't think they're anchovies.
They're like little and silver. Yeah.
Yeah. But like their whole tactic is literally just to like move in a very fast and confusing pattern, and just hope that they don't get eaten.
Yeah.
But most predators don't care anyway because they'll just
hypnotoad tactics.
They'll just keep like diving in and out of the giant pool.
Oh my god, that's so funny! I picked up a panda bear yesterday in Fallout 76, and I was like, I'm gonna make a bear room. I think that just in all the games I'm gonna play, I'm gonna make bear rooms now. I think it's fun.
Do you have the ability to do that for a player housing thing?
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls.
So yeah,
you gotta find modded teddy bears and you put it in your room.
So I have 3 rooms in my Animal Crossing house right now. And the first one's really spooky and like a creepy witchcraft room. The second one, not that all witchcraft is spooky. Some witchcraft is very wholesome. But mine is a spooky witchcraft room. Let's clarify that. I'm not going to anger anyone.
I have to clarify the tone of the
And then I have Space Luau room. I had a Space Luau birthday party when I was like 2.
Huh.
For Lilo and Stitch. Not, I think I was older than 2. When did Lilo and Stitch come out? I don't remember.
Weird question. Wait. It actually came out the same year the Twin Towers went down. Do you know how I know that?
I was 1.
Do you want to know how
So
I
maybe
know
I
that?
was 2. How do you know that?
I know that because originally in Lilo and Stitch, the scene, this really isn't spoilers, but the scene where they're flying Jabba's really big ship.
Yeah.
And they're flying it through the
Oh,
mountains.
like you see the Twin Towers?
No.
Oh.
Because it's in Hawaii.
I didn't know if they like went over
No,
America. I can't remember
originally
Lilo and
those
Stitch.
mountains used to be skyscrapers. A big plane, skyscrapers, and then 9/11 happened, and Disney was like, "I'm sensing a bad idea. Let's
And they just,
change
like,
it to
took 'em out?
mountains." Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow, okay. So I think I was 2 for that birthday party. I also had a Tarzan themed birthday party once where my mom built big trees out of like paper through the whole house. So we just had like fake forest house for a really long time because we never took them down. It was really cool. She also made me a snake cake.
I can't remember the themes I had for my birthday party when I was younger.
They really went all out for my first couple.
No, I'm remembering one. I'm pretty sure I had a Transformers themed one.
Oh,
when I was,
yeah.
like 10.
Sweet.
Yeah. Something like that.
I stopped having like themed ones past the age of like 8 or something, I think. I really don't remember I don't remember at all. But when I was 15, I had a 90s grunge themed birthday party, and everyone wore flannels.
You know what's weird is I don't think I was ever like super really into like comic book stuff when I was a kid. Like the most comic-ish thing I think I was into was Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I was really big into Yu-Gi-Oh! I really didn't get into like comic stuff until probably like when I got into my late teens.
Oh, interesting. I was really into... I got really into Batman when I was like 11.
Yeah. Well, so like, you know, I was into like Batman, Superman, like the basic superheroes, right? But I never like... I was never curious to explore the further comic compendium or whatever you would call it. I never went out of my way to be like, I'm gonna look up more DC and Marvel stuff. It was just like, I know Batman's a thing, I know Superman's a thing, I know Spider-Man's a thing, and that was kind of it.
Yeah.
Right?
I was really big into the Batman universe. Am I bleeding? What the heck?
Why are you bleeding?
I'm always bleeding for no reason.
First cheese leg, now bleed leg?
Cheese leg and bleed
Cheese
leg.
leg.
Oh, gross. I'm always bleeding. Anyway, so I was really into like the Batman universe, and to this day I have a massive Harley Quinn collection of Harley Quinn figurines. And I don't have them out anymore, but in my room they used to all be on a shelf above my desk, above the very desk I still have in my room, and I would forget they were there because they were just like a normal part of my life. But people would come over, and it's the first thing you see is like 20 Harley Quinns, and they'd be like, Lainey. And people like would have no idea that that's like I was even interested, and they'd come in and they'd be like, what the heck?
Hey, it could be
And that was before Harley Quinn was like
mainstream.
a mainstream character that people really knew about. This was like at that point all the media you had was like the first 1 or 2 Arkham games maybe, and then like the 90s animated series that she was invented in. Like that was it.
Mm-hmm.
So like people knew of her, but like she wasn't what she is today.
How people idolize her and for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And you have to inform people that, like, hey, you might not want to do that.
Be careful.
Please don't glorify abusive relationships. That's not cool.
Yeah. That said, I think the Joker is a great character.
Oh,
I think he's like he's a terrible person.
He's a terrible
He's
boyfriend.
a terrible boyfriend. He's a terrible human being. He's literally a psychopath. He kills people.
Would not date again.
Oh, but she does.
Yeah. I'm saying, no, I wouldn't date again.
You dated him the first time?
Maybe.
Cory, what was that like?
Not fun. terrifying, actually. Though in a weirdly funny way.
Oh my god. Oh, I think my computer just died or fell asleep. One or the other. Crap. I was gonna say something else. Oh, way back to KonMari. I had one more thing I wanted to say.
Tangent there.
Well, at least one of us has ADHD, so, you know.
I do.
The combined power
I'm
of
pretty sure
you,
both of us.
and I think I started a manic episode last night, so.
Oh.
The combined power of my bipolar and your ADHD has created this stream.
I hope you all are enjoying the convo while we farm this stupid sword.
So in KonMari, there's...
We're also getting souls too, I should point that out. How many souls do we have?
Yeah, that's so many souls.
Well, 10k of that is from Butterfly Soul, from feeding it to the dude.
Oh, wow.
Because we get 2k more souls from feeding
Should
it to
you...
him. Should I what?
I'm so scared you're gonna die and lose them. I don't know.
Not in this area, I won't.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing. I've done this before.
Nice.
I've done this too many times, honestly.
So, when you're doing clothes, when you're KonMariing clothes, there's certain ways to fold them so that they are very, like, compact and small, but you can also tell what they all are. So, like, shirts, right? If you have a whole bunch of, like, black t-shirts with, like, graphics on them, if you just fold them, you don't know what they are. And if you fold them incorrectly the KonMari way, you still don't know what they are, because they just look like little black squares. But, if you fold them properly, the design should be at the top of all of them, and so you can see exactly what they are.
Like actual stores.
But no. But, like, not like that at all.
Then what?
It's like little, it's so, okay, I'm gonna talk us through this. You guys can't see a visualization.
But that's a square. They fold them into squares with the design at the top.
Hear me out. You lay it flat on the front. You fold it into thirds. You fold one third in and the other third in. You fold it in half. Most people stop there, right? That's the store. In this version, you like, oh man, it's been a long time since I did it. You fold it again so that it ends up being like a square and it stands up on its own. So like it stands up so it's like small on the top. But it's itty bitty. And then they all are like that. And so it actually makes it really compact so your clothes don't take up a whole bunch of space in your drawers.
Huh.
It's awesome. And then you're supposed to color code it. You're supposed to organize them by type of clothing, so like t-shirts, sweaters, pants, you know, like you do. So you're not like going crazy. You're not color coding everything, but like each section individually. I said hection.
Reaction.
Each section individually you color code because it makes them happy. and then you have a little rainbow of clothes that are all organized. But for me, it would be like one red shirt, one blue shirt, 10 black shirts. I'm like,
I wonder what my favorite color to wear is.
My whole freaking wardrobe was like that. It was so funny. Like, I had a very distinct style in high school, which has carried over in a lot of ways to what I wear now. But I don't have as many clothes now. I just recycle the same, like, 5 things.
As you do.
As you do. I'm not going anywhere. But in high school, I wore lots of, like, horizontal stripes, which was, like, a trend when I was in high school anyway. So you could buy a lot of them, but I just really liked them. So, like, black and white stripes, mostly. And then also, like, I just wore a lot of, like, alternative clothing. You're getting a phone call from Pennsylvania.
Excuse me a moment. Hello? Hi. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh my god, it's always that.
Every time.
I hate it.
Anyway. Continue.
Anyway, so I just wear lots of black clothing and lots of stripes, basically. Neutral colors, mostly black, and stripes. And if you open my closet, not even the drawers, just like the stuff hanging, it was like just a swash of black clothing, which always really cracked me up when I was younger. I was like, this was not intentional. His opener was just black. It really cracked me up. That's funny.
See, I've like always wanted to like scam one of those phone scammers.
Scam it,
like,
scam a scam.
But like it has to be a person, right? You can't do it with
scam a
the
robot.
Yeah. Some of them are robots. And I want some like one time an actual person to be on the other end, and then be like, "Hi, we're trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty," and just go, "I have a bike. I don't have a car."
And get bike warranty.
And then just I would have them hang up. There's no way for them to know.
Sorry, sir. But yeah, that's the end of my KonMari ramble. You guys should look up how to fold things the KonMari style. It's actually super cool, and it clears up so much space that you can use for storing things, which is awesome. And it's not hard or anything, and it looks really nice. That said, I hate folding clothes, and I have a pile of clean clothes in our room that never gets properly folded, unless CJ does it.
Who needs to fold clothes when you can just throw stuff in a pile? Dig through it like a laundry goblin.
They're all in like a basket, so you know that feels okay to me. Like at least they're there.
Me. Throw it all on my bed, and I'm like.
So when
I'm gonna reach my hand in here, pull out a random shirt, and that's what I'm wearing.
When I was in high school, I used to put them on my bed, and I had a trundle bed, so I could pull the underneath out, so I had like a separate mattress, and I would cover my bed in clean laundry, and then I would sleep on the trundle bed. It got to the point where I would never ever fold all the clothes. They would just sit there. It was awful. I do not do that anymore, but it was an issue.
You know, I've seen like images or like things in shows, right, where like someone will have that kind of like personality trait where like they don't fold clothes, they just put stuff in a pile, right?
Yeah.
But their pile is like maybe 10 clothing items.
It's like 3 clothing items draped over a chair.
Yeah, and they're like, oh yeah, I just move it to the chair and then move it to the bed when I'm like using my computer and whatnot. And I'm like, no human being does that.
Like you don't have.
Like,
that's not.
No, it's either all in the chair forever or it's all
forever.
in the bed forever.
In more than like 5 articles of clothing.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I'm very impressed by people who consistently fold all of their clothes. Someday I will be that kind of people, but that day is not today. That said, I really don't wear very many clothes, so it's not a big deal to me, at least.
Yeah, I mean, when you wear the same 12 things like I do,
yeah.
It's not hard to be like, oh, I'm going to wash these things, and then, like, because I have a lot more clothes than I have sitting on my bed, but, like, they're put away.
Yeah, if you just never wear them.
Come out.
Yeah, I have a bunch of clothes like that like, I gained a lot of weight the last 2 years, and, like...
No one can blame you at all for the past year.
Oh yeah, definitely the past year.
Yeah.
But even before then, like, I gained a lot of weight in college, and, which is, like, very traditional. People go to college and they gain weight, like, that's just kind of how it goes. But I'm honestly, like... The alternative would have been eating disorder. So it just is what it is. But I have a lot of clothes that are, like, tiny. I look at them and I'm like, when?
I was never the size.
It's like, how does that make any sense? Like, whose body is that small?
When I put on granted it varies from shirt to shirt. Because like, some mediums still fit me. But, like, I'll put on a medium shirt and I'll be like, this is too tight.
Well, also some shirts and things, like, shrink in the wash over time. So I've got lots of things that are, like, they say they're a large, but it's, like, the size of, like, a child medium, and I'm like, what the heck is this? Are these clothes for ants? Seriously, oh my god, there's one dress in particular that I wore to, like, some high school dance, like, my 9th grade year. We had so many dances in my high school. Well, I went to, like, 2 high schools at the same time, so I guess that makes sense.
Oh.
But... There's a dress, and I was going through all my stuff before college, right? And I had kept this dress because it was a nice dress. But even at that point, I could not fit it anymore just because of life and being a developing woman. And I looked at it and I was like, Jesus, like, a child can't even fit in this dress. Like, what the heck?
This is too small.
And part of that just comes with, like, I'm literally 5'1", so, like, a healthy weight for me is, like, not a healthy weight for anyone else. So I am just, when I'm at a healthy weight, I am freaking tiny. Mm-hmm. But then I was below that, and so it really is, like, I could wear children's clothes, which is rough. So, yeah, those clothes don't fit me anymore, and I still have a good handful of them that I thought that I'd one day be able to wear again, and I still might, but, like, most of them I don't even like anymore, so they just sit there.
I haven't gone through my clothes in quite a while. I still have stuff, I'm pretty sure, that I wore in, like, 8th grade, and I pull out the shirt, and it's like, oh, this will fit on my head as, like, a bag, but that's about it.
It's a bag. Yeah.
Call me, shirt face, leather face's estranged cousin.
Do you kill shirts?
Yes. Does Leatherface kill leather people?
He kills humans. The Leatherface is supposed to be like human skin.
Oh, see everything like
yeah. So you're like raiding cotton fields or something.
I break into people's houses just to steal and rip up their clothes. That's all I do.
You monster.
There are probably some people who would consider that worse than just dying.
You ripped up all of my clothing. That's like...
Well, just how much money some people spend on their clothes.
Oh yeah, you know, like those influencers that pay like tons of money for all designer clothing and like stuff. They have like 3 closets full of like Gucci. Gucci clothes aren't even attractive.
Out. I'm gonna add an extra hole to your Yeezys.
Oh no! Not the Yeezys. I had friends in high school who would buy like white Yeezy shoes, right?
Why?
I'm like, you're literally asking to like get mad. Like, they're gonna get dirty. You're 17 years old. Why do you have white Yeezys? Like, literally stop. Like, cool flex, but literally you're gonna step in mud once.
Yeah. So I never got that, right? It was like those kids that would like spend $800 or whatever.
It's not even their money. It's like their family's money. Like, it's not even a real flex because you're a child.
Well, so some kids that I knew in high school, they would spend using their own money.
Okay.
They would spend probably not $800, but like $300-$400 that they had saved up from whatever like part-time job they were working at or whatever.
God, it's not worth it.
To buy these like really nice white shoes, and then they'd wear them to school, and the school that I went to had like the courtyard was outside.
Yeah.
Like, only the classrooms were inside.
Yeah.
Everything else was basically outside.
That's how Florida schools usually are, yeah.
Including, like, the lunch area. And sometimes, especially if it was raining very heavily, there was a lot of dirty water everywhere. Because the courtyard didn't really have great drainage. At least not when I went there. And so, yeah, and then, like, they would be wearing these, like, pristine white shoes to school. And by the time school was over, they'd be all gray and scuffed, or like, if they weren't, it was because the kid every 10 seconds like got out like a brush or something and was like,
cleaned them off.
It was like, hey bro, you know, if you didn't wear those really expensive shoes, you wouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, or just like save them for good occasions, like nice.
Yeah, if you just want to wear them nice for like a night out or something, cool. Don't wear them for everyday use.
Yeah,
I don't think that's the point of them.
Oh my god. And frankly, like, nobody cares. Like, it's cool. Like, it's totally cool to wear what you want to wear, and like, it's awesome if you're able to like be young and save up that money and do that. Like, that's that's so cool. Good for you.
I'm like heavily out of the loop when it comes to like quote fashionable shoes and just fashion in general. But like, I had friends in high school who were like, oh man, look at these new shoes that they just released, and they'd show me a picture, and I would look at them and I'd be like, cool.
Nice Sketcher.
Yeah. It's like, and it'd be like, yeah, you know, I'd see the price tag on them for like $150 or whatever, and you know, on the cheaper end, and I'd be like, cool. why are they so special? And they'd go, well, just look at them. They look so cool. And I was like, is that it?
Like, it's shoes.
Are they functional?
Like, do they support your feet in a special way?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
See, like, I can understand someone spending a lot of money on specifically dress shoes.
Sorry. Sorry.
So obnoxious.
Sorry.
I can understand people spending a lot of money on dress shoes.
Oh, for sure.
And sports shoes. Specifically, like, running shoes or, like, heavy activity shoes.
Right.
Or maybe on, like, a decent pair of work boots.
Yeah.
If you want them to, you know, because you want those to last a long time. Quality you're going to be paying for.
Hi, Sushi. Oh, big stretch.
But, like, if you're going to spend $300 or so on sneakers, like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, just to, like, wear to school. It seems so silly.
Just to say you have them. Like...
And it's one thing if you, like, you really are, like, well off and have that kind of money to spare. It's a whole other thing if you're, like... Well, you're a teenager working a part-time job that you probably make minimum wage. You save that money for, like, forever. And now you're buying some shoes that, like... It just doesn't seem worth it.
And, you know, that's
like, totally reasonable, though.
Yeah, but that's $700 worth of stuff that you used.
Yeah.
You were going to consistently use.
For a whole lot of different things.
You use that PC for 6 months. You already have your money back. Easily.
Yeah.
Now, granted, there is only one other, like, at least in my mind, right? The only other thing that makes sense if you're going to spend that kind of money on shoes is if you were simply just collecting them. I understand
some people like
the
that.
collector's instinct, right? People like to collect different things, all kinds of different things. And if you want to spend thousands of dollars on a shoe collection and you have the money for it, go for it.
Yeah.
Like, do your thing.
But yeah, it doesn't make any sense to buy nice shoes and wear them to high school every day.
And they get mad when they get dirty. And it's like, almost like you should have seen that coming.
Yeah. Not great.
I guess it's all behind the thing of, like, you bought it because you could. It's a status thing, you know?
Yeah.
Which is so dumb. God, can you imagine, like...
It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it doesn't. Can you imagine how much money is wasted that way?
Yeah.
Like, there are, like...
Well, and usually shoes and, like, other clothing that are that expensive because they're, like, name brands or whatever aren't worth the money. Like, they're way cheaper to make. Yeah. They're only that expensive because of the name on them.
Well, there was, I forget what company it was, but there was this company that was like a low-end clothing or shoe store that made a pop-up, I think somewhere in the middle of New York, and branded themselves as a high-end, just for this pop-up, branded themselves as a high-end clothing/shoe store.
Oh my god.
And they got a whole bunch of people to come to it and pay, like, literally hundreds of dollars for these clothes and, like, shoe items. And then the people were told, like, after the fact that, yeah, you just paid, like, $800 for, like, $25 shoes.
Yeah. And
then they gave everybody their money back and was like, you know, you're getting the same quality.
Yeah, it literally, like, oh my god. Yeah.
I just thought it was
There's no
funny.
reason for clothes to ever be that expensive. And that's my opinion just from, like, separate of any of the rest of the stuff we're talking about. Like, there's no reason for something that cheap to make to be inaccessible to people who might want it. You have a problem with shoes? Like, you have a problem with, like shoes offend you? Or, like, you like to buy them? Because it is totally okay to, like, buy shoes. CJ has a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
Like, that's okay.
But she also wears most of the shoes that she buys.
Yeah, she, like, rotates them out.
Yeah. So, like I would make the argument that she's buying specifically for function. Like, she buys them because they go good with certain outfits.
Yeah, she wears all of them.
It wasn't just, I bought this $300 pair of shoes because I could, and now I'm going to wear them wherever I want.
Yeah. I have a good handful of shoes, but I'll let you guys in on a little secret. My shoes, other than my newest pair of Vans, are counterfeit.
Oh, are they the
I have
brands?
so like the new pair of Vans that I have these lovely platform checkered Vans that I have now.
Oh, I remember when you bought those.
Yeah,
they literally knock off like. Vans.
Oh, those are my real ones. The ones I just got, the big
Vans.
ones, the chunky ones.
Oh,
but yeah,
a different one.
my ones that I wear all the time, they're like super nasty and dirty now. The little ones.
Oh, the small ones.
They're supposed to be white and black, but they're like gray now because I wear them all the time. Those are.
Weren't they like that when you got them though?
No, they were clean when I got them.
Oh, okay.
I got them in high school, or not high school, in college.
Oh, okay.
So they were always.
I feel like
as
you
long
bought a
as
pair of shoes or something, and you like looked at them really hard, and you were like, "This doesn't look like black and white. This looks like black and gray."
Oh, the new ones are like black and eggshell.
Oh,
it's
that's
weird.
What it was.
Yeah.
The color was off on them. I remember that much.
I think it was on purpose. I think that's just what it was, a birthday present. I think that's just what happened.
Yeah.
Which is okay. They're nice shoes. I appreciate them. But they're my first pair of like shoes that aren't from Target, that are actually like a brand, that aren't counterfeit. Because I buy lots of counterfeit shoes. I don't think counterfeit's the right word. That sounds illegal and scary, but they really are. I mean, these straight up are knockoffs of the shoe, and but they don't say it. So like the knockoff Vans that I have, instead of saying Vans on them, they say Vankin.
Vankin?
Instead of what's their thing? Off the wall is like their slogan. It's like a combination of like that and like all-star shoes. Like
I don't know. See, I know nothing about
Fuck.
shoes, so I'm the wrong person.
Like
to look
fucking Converse.
Ah.
So it says Vankin All the Star.
all the star. Vankin, all of them.
So it's pretty funny, but from a distance they look legit. So
I wonder what country they're made in.
is Echo still a brand? I think so. I'm not sure. And those shoes are definitely made in China.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they're made in China, but I wonder what the company is based out of.
I can find out right now.
Because they could just outsource their work to China.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. I'll give you the fat deets.
There's the shoe lore.
The shoe lore. And I also know a whole lot about where to buy luxury, like, brand items for super cheap, like the like convincing counterfeit items of them on the internet. And I know about like how they do it and how they get away with it and all this stuff. And like I've considered buying them before just to be like, look at my thing.
Copyright law is weird in other countries.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of companies that are not based in
they can get away with
US
it.
can get away with it.
But I have not bought any of those, like the legit like counterfeit luxury brand ones, because that seemed just a little too sketchy for me, and I don't care enough about Gucky, you know. But yeah, I don't know. It's fun.
We'll get this sword someday, guys. I promise. It does drop. It does exist. I'm not lying.
I might have to look at it on a Sunday.
On a Sunday?
Yeah, so
Why
on
on a
Sundays
Sunday?
on this app is when all the brands, they recreate an account every Sunday to sell the counterfeit goods. So that the way that if they get banned, they can just open a new one. But they're not open long enough to get banned. So it's every Sunday on this particular
How often do you
storefront.
buy from this?
From the site?
Or from this app? Or whatever? Or from these counterfeit things?
Oh, okay, so the rest of the app is really normal. It's just like Amazon, but from another country.
Oh, okay.
But
was
because
gonna say,
it's like
'cause there's-
Amazon, anyone can open a store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because there's other like Wish was like.
Oh yeah, Wish is like that, but Wish isn't organized at all.
You like buy something on Wish and it comes and it's like
not the right thing
it's
at all.
This isn't what I paid for.
Yeah.
But you're like not really like super upset about it because you ended up paying $5 for it.
Yeah.
So you're like.
30 cents for a $500 action figure.
Looking back, I guess I asked for this.
Yeah. Yeah, so this isn't Wish. This is like a legitimate, like the website itself is legitimate.
Yeah.
But people open shops on it that are illegitimate. Yeah, I don't see anyone right now. Or any... Okay, here's an example of one. But this isn't one I got. So these ones look like Converse All-Stars, right? But they're roller skates.
Huh.
But these are like, that's the real price. Like, they probably are good quality. You hope.
Yeah, well, the reason I brought up Wish is because, like, if you're going to buy something like that on Wish,
it will not be real.
Probably fall apart.
So there's also lots of stores like that on this site. And you can find them on Amazon too, where they're just like, it is shit. But you can tell because the price is awful and they have like 2 reviews.
Yeah.
So, like, it, you know.
That saying, though, I will say there are some things you can get on Wish that are amazing. Like I was saying earlier, I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan, and you can buy straight up, like, I saw, like, it was, like, over a 120 card pack you can get from Wish for, like, $30, which is super cheap.
Interesting.
Yeah. I bought packs from them before. I bought it was what's the word? My brain died. A whole deck. That's what it was.
Oh, cool.
It was a whole actual like pre-made because I sell pre-made decks.
Yeah.
And it was just a pre-made deck because like you can't really falsify that. And then the cards themselves are like cheap enough anyway. You know, you're just paying for the name on them, and you go to a store and pay $30 for, you know, a pack of 20 cards.
The problem with Wish, in particular, is that their review system is messed up, and so it makes it look like bad items actually have better reviews than they do, because instead of putting reviews on the items, they'll put reviews from other items that seller has sold underneath a different item, to make it look like that item's better. Mm. Which is really strange and sketchy. It doesn't make any, like, why would they do that? It doesn't make any sense.
So you'll
buy other things. Right, it's like, it's screwed up. So, like, in most places, when you buy things that are really cheap on the internet,
oh, does Etsy do that too?
But Etsy, like, lets you know what what they bought. It says. On Wish, it doesn't say. You have to, like, dig through you'll go 20 reviews in, and all of a sudden one will be like, it'll be mentioning an item that is not the item you're looking at, and you're like, oh, because it doesn't clarify on any of them what they bought. On Etsy, it clarifies what they bought, which is so strange.
Yeah, I
for
think
Wish.
I maybe used Etsy once.
Yeah, Etsy's cool. Etsy's all like homemade and like that sort of stuff.
I remember a lot of. I only thing of Etsy I remember is I remember a lot of people got mad when Etsy started enforcing copyright stuff for fan-made jewelry, which I get.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
if you're selling it for profit,
you're profiting off of someone else's work.
Something, then yeah, you know.
Twitch is actually under fire for that right now because so many of our like emotes and stuff that people make and like they brand themselves with, people are branding themselves with other brands, right? It's like Pokemon things, like people are using that for themselves.
Can't do that. It's copyright law.
Right, but so many people are on Twitch.
Yeah.
Which is dangerous. Yeah. Also, like, Twitch is trying to get people to mute their streams so that you can't hear any of the game sounds because they're scared of being copyrighted, which totally destroys the point of streaming a game. I mean, you can watch the gameplay, but like you can't hear anything.
Well, that's not. If there's a copyrighted song from an artist, like an actual artist, then yes, I understand that. In games like GTA, or any other game that has like a radio where people have put, the developers have put actual real life songs into, that I understand. But the fact that, you know, you don't need to mute game sound or game music when you're uploading a video to YouTube because it's not breaking copyright law.
Right.
So
apparently,
the same thing stands for live streaming.
Apparently, there's been issues with people who make the games. I don't know. Something happened. There's a lot of
What
stuff.
games though? Because I will
No
say
idea.
there are some developers who are just jerks like that, and will.
Yeah, I don't know.
like,
I don't know who it
copyright
is.
people.
But Twitch released a statement saying that if you want to abide by, I think it's DCMA guidelines
I mean, if
or
you
something
want to
like
be
that.
the absolute safest, then yes, that was the
Yeah.
best thing to do.
But
Ooh,
anyway,
excuse me.
so it's weird. But of course, I mean, here we are playing Dark Souls, so you know, it is what it is, I guess. Yeah.
Well, and there's also the fact that like all of the, or like most of the music that you're gonna hear in a video game, like specifically if you're like playing it on like in a YouTube video or you're streaming it, like most of the time people are gonna be talking over it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever music you're gonna be hearing, which a lot, like, you know, it doesn't entirely cover it up, but it covers it enough. It covers it up enough that it should be considered its own content.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, if you're really bringing something to the table.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole way to get around it, right? Is like we are showing this media and we are adding something to the entertainment.
Yeah,
of
Sev,
viewing
I
it.
agree. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so here's an example of the shoes. This is more Converse ones. I can't find any Vans ones, but they've been cracking down on them recently. So these look like Converse, right? If you look at some of them, either the high top ones, they have the star on them. Just wait a second. Come on. Okay, look, they have a star on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the text on it is definitely not. What does that say? It says like just gibberish. It says Curl Yibu Sport. And I think they're Russian. And so they're selling these that look almost like convincing Converse, but the words are wrong, for $7. And you can get them.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what my Vans were like.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
perfect example.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
When you make a video on a game like Guitar Hero, where the music is literally like the core gameplay, that's where adding something to the game or to the viewing of the game takes it out of that realm of being able to be copyright struck. At least that's how it's supposed to work. But there's a lot of developers and people who don't know how that is a thing and don't have enough knowledge about copyright law. You see it so much. If you guys ever watch like movie reviewers on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
like all the time,
Yeah.
like, they are literally not breaking. They take steps to
Oh my god,
not break
wait,
copyright
okay,
law.
I got copyright claimed on YouTube like 4 times already. Because,
Really?
yeah, for like, I think I got one for like Portal.
What in Portal?
No clue. It just said the audio was copyright claimed. Which doesn't do anything, so like all that does is it means that I can't profit off of it, but I'm not monetized on YouTube anyway, so it's
Yeah.
fine. But like,
Yeah, you can still keep the videos. You just can't make money off of it.
yeah. But like, literally I uploaded it and within seconds it was like, you can't, like, this is copyright claimed. Which is so strange. I think Undertale too. Undertale got copyright claimed.
It's so dumb.
Yeah. DMCA, yeah. Yeah.
I just want your sword. Just give me your sword.
Cory, you can't just ask people for their swords.
But I need it. We need it. This guy doesn't drop the Balder's side, he drops a rapier.
Rapier.
There's only 3 guys in this area that drop the Balder side sword, but like it's where the most of these guys that have the sword are. So it's the best place to farm for it. I almost have 40k souls though.
That's crazy. Any company can request access to YouTube's API to copyright. Yeah.
So what ends up happening is, they add it to, they like have a bot, right? That.
Oh my god!
YouTube.
Overland put us on sing mode, and I didn't even notice. I didn't have my
Sing
thing
mode,
open.
oh.
That was like
It didn't pop up
half
on
an
the thing?
hour ago. Yeah, they don't pop up on there.
Oh, they don't. I thought they did last time. I could have sworn they did. I could have sworn they popped up.
I don't know. They're not. They haven't been popping up this time.
Unless I'm thinking of the.
You had your phone open. You can see them on there.
I was thinking of the Apex.
Oh yeah, that's all in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. What's Oh. Cool cat. Cool cat.
Oh, Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
Cool cat saves the kids.
Derek Savage. Yeah, he's an idiot. I shouldn't say that. He was an idiot in regards to some of the things that he was doing.
Feb, you should look
I'm
that up.
pretty sure he's changed his tune now because people called him out for, like, doing all that. There's one channel in particular that he hit really hard called I Hate Everything. Just watch his Derek Savage videos on that, and you'll have the entire picture of what happened.
Yeah, look up I Hate Everything, Cool Cat Saves the Kids, and then, like, just watch the whole little series of everything unfold.
Yeah.
It's bonkers.
But also, I would in Derek Savage's defense, it was made quite clear that he did not understand how copyright law worked.
No.
At all.
Well, but he pretended he did.
Yeah.
And he pretended they had a lawyer and everything. He
Well,
impersonated a lawyer.
Which can be highly illegal.
So yeah, Feb, you should really look this up. It is a wild ride.
Yeah, that's the other problem too, is like specifically on YouTube, if something gets claimed and you refute it and you win, by the time all that process goes through, the all of that money that you lost from that YouTube video has now gone to the person who copyright claimed it. And the early life of the video, right, which is usually the most important, is now dead.
Yeah.
Because most people have already clicked on it and watched it.
Yep, that's so stupid. Yeah, that happens to all sorts of people for all sorts of things. This one in particular, though, is just like, it's really nuts.
The Derek Savage incident specifically was just crazy. Just because of how well documented it was. By not just
that
I
and
hate
just
everything,
like
but
the links that Derek Savage went to try and like validate himself and like make it work was so strange.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there are probably worse ones.
Yeah, dude.
But
the
most
internet
people,
is crazy.
most people stay.
I watched a video this morning.
Okay?
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, there's a thing happening on YouTube right now. Or not on YouTube, but it's like on social media. It involves YouTubers. There's a group. So it started with one guy. I can't think of his name. I literally just watched his video. Okay, so there's a guy. He's a YouTuber. And he makes like scary videos, like spooky videos talking about spooky things. And he once was mentioned in a subreddit about, do you remember the website Rabbit? Rab.it? Okay, so it used to be this website where you could, like, people do it on Discord now, but you could, like, play a video and watch it with other people.
Oh, okay.
And there's tons of sites like that, but this was, like, one of the OG, like, sites like that. It was called Rabbit. And it got closed down. People don't really know why, but some people think it's because of, like, child stuff.
Yeah. Not cool child stuff.
Yeah, so, which it has not been confirmed that's what happens, it's just speculation. It probably, they just weren't making any money off it anymore, and it just ended. Like, it really, like, it looks all fine and dandy, but some people speculate that's what happened. Because of this one woman in particular who's gone absolutely nutso. So there's this YouTuber who, his name was mentioned one time in a subreddit about what happened to Rabbit. And, like, not even in relation to Rabbit or anything. Just, like, someone, like, brought him up because they were, like, watching his video and they were in the subreddit, right? Just, like, normal community-type things happening. And literally, because his name was in this one time and there's this woman, we'll call her Amanda because that's her fake name that she uses. She started, like, stalking and harassing this guy and blasting all over, like, a whole bunch of social media and tagging him that he was a, I don't know what I can say on Twitch.
Just say predator.
He's a predator. And he's not a predator. Like, I can say with almost complete certainty that this man is not a predator. And not just because, like, I don't believe her, but because the rest of the story is so obnoxious that, like, it makes it really hard to believe that, like, this man is actually a predator. If he is, I don't remember his name, so it doesn't even matter. But I know other people who are in the story later. So, this guy starts getting, like, this is beginning of 2020 when this starts. Starts getting all of this, like, stuff from, like, all these accounts, but they're all her. And she just keeps making more and more accounts, and every time one of them gets banned, she just makes another one. Just over and over and over and over. To the point where, like, if he's not uploading a YouTube video, all the notifications he gets for a day and sees are basically from her. Which is awful. So, like, as soon as, like, the influx of things come in from, like, something he posted, it's immediately just, like, swamped out by this random person and all of her 5 million accounts trying to claim that he's a predator.
Why try so hard?
So that's the question, right? And then this guy in April of this year, is this in the US? Yeah. In April of this year, he did a collab with some other YouTubers, and because he tagged all of them in a Twitter post, she started also harassing all of them just as intensely. So this woman's, like, delusional, but she's convinced now that all of these YouTubers, there's, like, a good handful of them. One of them is one of my favorite YouTubers, Loey Lane, who talks about spooky things. She's also a plus-size model. She's really cool. But she's really lovely and nice. She has one of the most wholesome communities on YouTube. And this person is claiming that she is a predator as well, because of her affiliation with this other person she did a collab with once.
See, the problem that brings up is you do it to one person, like, people might believe you. You start pointing all of your 10 fingers at 10 other people saying the exact same thing with no proof or evidence whatsoever, people are probably not going to believe you anymore.
Right. So, okay, well, Fab, we'll get to that in a second. So this woman's doing this to, like, a good handful of YouTubers now that are all connected to each other. Not just that, though. Like, her list keeps expanding, but also she's going into their comment sections, the people who respond to their tweets, all of that, and harassing their viewers directly, and telling their viewers directly that they're supporting predators. And, like, all of this stuff, which is ruining things for them, it's ruining partnerships with brands for them. They have to clarify to the brands that they're not predators. Like, all this stuff, it's,
Which
like,
they
literally,
shouldn't have to do.
they should not have to do. And, like, this itself is pretty bad, but it gets worse. So, this guy who this all started with, or he thought it started with him, did some research trying to track her accounts back and see if she could find more. She has a few names that she uses a lot, right? And so he, like, tracked them back. Turns out, years ago, she started, like doing, like, cam work, right? She was a cam model. And this all started because on a particular site, she believed that this site was stealing money from her, stealing money from her viewers in particular, no one else, just her and her viewers, and was knocking her viewers out so that she wasn't showing up as high on the list. Which was not happening. And blue cheese has mold. You like mold. So it all started because, like, over a decade ago, or like a decade, something like that, she was jealous about other cam models that were getting more money than her, basically. And she went on to basically do this same thing.
I want to know if she had actually, like, tried to do anything to improve her own camming.
I don't think she did.
You know? See, that's the problem, right? If you have a problem like that, maybe you should look at yourself first before you start pointing the finger at other people.
Right. But this is where the trend begins. So she decides that this site in particular has some sort of vendetta against her, and she starts slandering the site and saying that there is bad child things on this website, which, as far as I know, there was not. But she was just trying to get them taken down. And so this website responds to her and is like, you're going to stop saying these things, or we're going to ban you, and we're going to talk to they, like, found her accounts on other campsites, and they're like, we have relationships with these other campsites, we look out for each other, we will tell these other campsites what you're doing, and they'll all ban you, you will lose your income, like, you cannot do stuff like this. And she didn't stop. So she was no longer able to camp. So now she has a YouTube account. Not now, but back then. So she made a YouTube account, she was making videos, and people who knew her from her work would follow her on there. So she has a following of people who do actually like her and have no idea of all the crazy stuff that's done, or know and think that she is telling the truth.
Of course, because there's always those people.
Right. So to this day, she still has, like, a legitimate following. Either that, or it's just more of her own little, like, accounts hyping her up. It's unclear. So she was doing all that, and then she has a son. She was on Rabbit, and her son would watch videos with her on Rabbit. And her son was, like, young, and started watching videos from this other creator that made, like, children's videos on her own. And I guess for some reason she didn't like that her son was watching this guy sharing, like, literal children's videos, and did the same thing to him. Started, like, spamming his chat on Reddit saying that he was a child predator, and started posting everywhere saying that he was a predator, and all this stuff, which he, as far as I know, was not. And he had totally innocent, like, he was just playing cartoons, and, like, tons of kids watched them, and they never did anything weird or crazy. And so he slandered her. So this was happening, and she
doesn't think logically.
Well, yeah, she, like, has to be delusional. She, like, is convincing herself that all these people are doing this, or she's doing it for the attention, right? One or the other. But either way, it's awful. And she is convinced now that she is the reason that Rabbit closed, because she revealed the bad things happening on Rabbit, which they didn't find. There is not actually any reports of anything actually happening on Rabbit, but they are closed now, and she believes it was her. And so now it's, like, her thing, where she's, like, gonna rid the internet of predators, but she keeps targeting people that aren't predators, and she's ruining, like, their reputation. Completely innocent people, and it's awful. And to this day, she still has a following. She also went to the FBI and is, like, saying stuff about these people to the FBI, but of course the FBI, it doesn't care. So in turn,
see, all that's gonna, like, happen with her at some point, because clearly she has no proof.
No, yeah, there's no proof.
All that's gonna end up happening is, and unfortunately, is someone is going to get, like, really ticked off, and it's going to be the final straw, and someone's going to start doing the same thing to her.
Oh, God.
Because that's just kind of like,
well, so they went to the FBI. So Fev mentioned that they should. So, right, yeah, so Rabbit, nothing bad happened with Rabbit at all. It really was just that they got sold to a different company. Like, you can go to Cast and look at it. It just is not Rabbit anymore. It's no longer related to Rabbit. She did not end Rabbit. You're right. You're 100% correct, Feb. But yeah, so they went to they went to the FBI, this guy who made this video finally about all this stuff happening, because they didn't want to acknowledge it, because they knew that if they were giving her the attention that she was trying to get, it wouldn't go away. It was just gonna get worse. Like, she's literally, like, like, whatever her motivation is, like, she's going nuts about this. And so they went to the FBI, and the FBI still isn't doing anything about it, even though, like, it could not be more obvious that all of this is happening. She's everywhere. She's in, like, 500 different subreddits. She has her own social media. She's in all of their, like, Twitters, like, underneath all their stuff, posting everywhere, tagging them and everything. Like, she must spend 24 hours a day doing this.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is as much as it's gonna suck, like, it's just one of those things that's probably is just gonna have to, like, die out.
Yeah, which is awful,
like, no
because she's
being,
been doing this consistently
no human
for a
being
decade.
can, like, keep up that level of hate mongering, at least to the, like, degrees that you're, like, telling me that she is. No human being can keep up that level of, like, accusations forever. Like,
right.
At some point, it is just going to have to stop.
But unfortunately, she's already been doing it the entirety of 2020 to these creators in particular, which has added so much awful stuff to what has already been a very frustrating and rough year. So it's just a lot. And go for it, Fev. Play devil's advocate. Let's go. Here's what I think. And I mentioned that it probably is one of two things. She's either straight up delusional, or, like, she is doing it for the attention. And it seems like, she was doing the camming work. It all started because she wasn't getting enough attention. And she must have realized that by reaching out about the camming thing and slandering them, she was getting attention. And that from then on, it's worked for her. And she has people who are paying attention to her now.
Yeah,
it's like not worth it.
Even if her intentions are quote unquote good, the methods that she's using to go about it is making it worse than her end goal.
Right.
Could ever like even if she does end up finding 1, 2, or 3, the fact that she's harassing so many people just to out 1, 2, or 3 people, like, that's not going to, at least not in my mind, that's not going to redeem the things that she's done to those people who that wasn't the case. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad, and it's just like, it's awful that she's doing these things, but it really, like, the worst part is that it's impacting their business. Like, their job is that they make YouTube videos. Their online presence is, they need it. Like, that is everything to these creators. It's their livelihood. Joe. But yeah, so it's awful. It's literally keeping them from getting work, or it's not, but they have to go over the hurdle of explaining
it's making more work for them.
Another really bad thing is that it now limits the creators that they can publicly interact with.
Yeah.
So they are now incapable of publicly interacting. Oh yeah, for sure. But like with other YouTubers, it's limited them so that in order to keep this from spreading to other innocent people, they can only publicly mention other creators that are also being harassed by her. Otherwise, because she just you tag one person that isn't in that group, and she decides they're a predator as well and just goes for it. So they don't know who she really is. That's the problem. She's been using fake names on the internet. She has, so her fake name is Amanda Jensen or something.
Going back to what I was saying before about the whole unfortunate thing, about how eventually someone will start doing the same thing and like start harassing her is it's unfortunately in the age of the internet it is really easy to find out who you are online.
Yeah. Yeah, right, they should be able to just try, like, someone should be able to, like, get her
I
IP address or something.
If she pushes someone far enough, which with her kind of behavior, it sounds like she will very easily at some point. Like, that's all it's gonna take, and then someone will be like, "Hey, I found out who she is. This is her name. Blah 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 blah," and then it's not gonna end well.
Yeah, it's awful too that she's, by extension, directly targeting their followers and their viewers.
Yeah.
It's like if I was streaming and someone came and started targeting me, and then because you guys are in my chat, they also started messaging you really hateful things. Oh, and there's more!
Jesus. Calm down.
I'm so sorry.
You just shouted right in my ear. so loud.
There's more, I forgot something. There's this girl who literally was underage up until like a year ago that has also been targeted by this woman because she was also, by extension, related to something. And this girl, she's literally like barely 18 now. And when she was underage, in order to try and like convict her or like inform her or whatever the intention was, this lady, Amanda, sent her bad child content to a minor. Send it to her. Also, she found a person's, like, personal phone number. She found one of the people that she was targeted, like, years ago, someone I haven't even mentioned in this story, like, someone else entirely. She found their personal phone number and left a voicemail basically telling them that if they keep coming after her, like, she's gonna, like, ruin them or whatever. But, like, from the way she talks to them, it makes it sound like she thinks that what she's doing is right, and that they are actually targeting her, when it's so strange, because literally these people do not interact with her at all. It's only one-sided. It's the weirdest thing.
So, my question is, like...
Yeah, theft. So they alerted that to the FBI as well, but the FBI just, like, has bigger fish to fry? I don't know.
If that's the case, then they should have her contact information. If
they don't know who that person was. I don't... That was, like... Or if she even has the same phone.
Well, still, like,
that was
there are
years
ways
ago.
to track that. Like,
that wasn't one of the people in the story. That was someone else. Yeah. It's insane. And she has a kid! She has a son! Like... I don't even know. And, like, he must be relatively young because he was watching children's shows on Rabbit. Like... God. Like, sorry kiddo, mommy's gotta go cyberbully on the internet again. Like, what the heck? It's so weird. All this said, though, you can find actual videos of her and what she looks like. Because they're up. I don't know if they're still up on YouTube. But, like, you can dig and find them. But they were the villain from the start, right? Sorry I screamed in your ear.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was.
Yeah, Fab, go. Share a story.
I'm sorry that all your stream is just gonna be me trying to get this stupid sword.
It's okay. We've talked about so many things today.
We've gone through like 5 topics.
Yeah.
I feel like every time we switch topics, it's been us going on a tangent, and then we just go with it.
Yeah. Yeah, we see it all the way through to the end. Oh, Tiny Loaf. Hi, sweetheart. I'm gonna take a picture of you, little lady.
Dark cat.
Can't tell how tiny she is. So when Warframe was releasing its first open world expansion, they did a live stream leading up to on Periscope or something, I can't remember. Okay, so Warframe live stream.
I think your auto-mod is messing up the story. a little bit.
Oh, also, I didn't have the stream open on my phone, and anything that you sent wouldn't show up, so if you sent more, then I didn't see it, because it cuts off on the PlayStation. The top 3 or so streams on the platform before they got in were very much cam girls, yeah. Yeah, I remember Periscope being... Does Periscope still exist? I remember it being like that.
They used to be a really big thing on YouTube for a while.
Yeah?
Not like... It wasn't like it was zoomed in or anything, but like the girls that were streaming would specifically wear like very low cut neck shirts.
Yeah, I made bad choices on the internet when I was young, and I remember going to a friend's house once, and when we were like early high school, we're talking to really creepy men on Periscope, like in the middle of the night, doing our own live stream, talking to creepy men on Periscope, which is awful. Like, would not recommend. Please make good choices on the internet, but...
Wow. This man is immune to kick. He's dead.
That's interesting. That's an interesting juxtaposition. I mean, like, okay, so sex work is a totally legitimate thing to do if you do it safely and, like...
Yeah, just be smart about it.
Just be smart about it. And, like, if you're doing it and the people you're with, like, if you're dating someone, like, be open about it. Like, make sure they're comfortable with it. Don't do it. Don't make it a weird secret thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, you don't have to tell, like, your family or whatever. Like, you can be private about it, but, like, also be considerate. But it is a totally legitimate line of work And it's incredibly difficult. It seems like it's easy money, but it's not. But it is kind of funny to do that to get through Christian college.
Of all places.
Yeah, it seems a little backwards. Yeah, that's absolutely true. There's so much just absolute garbage that goes on in the industry that, like, you really don't know. It's awful. So when Warframe did the stream, they just instantly got like 10 times the viewers and started going into the Warframe stream and claiming wild things about Steve. What the heck? Because they weren't at the top of Periscope anymore for a little bit. Like, that's so dumb.
They took away their money. Because the people that were doing that kind of stuff, or and I don't want to generalize everybody that does that kind of thing, but like a good chunk of the people that do stuff like that are doing it for attention.
Well, everything that is on social media and is some kind of way to profit on social media is doing it for attention.
Well, I mean, specifically the way that's like not the healthy way of getting attention.
Well,
I guess no social media is really a healthy way of getting attention.
Yeah, streaming
is. If you really think about it, but
we're literally getting attention by streaming right now. Like it's just different.
Yeah, I'm not doing this specifically to get attention. I'm doing this because I'm having fun talking to you while playing a game.
Right.
Or while you play a game, I talk to you. Like either way.
Yeah, but a lot of them genuinely do it. I mean, it's not like they do it to like. It's not quite the same as streaming something like a game, but like people who profit off it and have worked very hard to profit off it usually aren't doing it for attention.
But those aren't I guess those aren't really the people that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that like that is their only reason for doing it, is because it makes them a lot of money and because they are doing it specifically because it gets them a whole lot of attention.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like influencers on Instagram that like they don't bring anything to the table. All they do is like stand still, look pretty every single photo. It's like you're paying them to go on vacations.
Yeah.
There was a couple who crowdfunded, so they did like a fundraiser to get money that they said was going to go towards like helping people with mental illnesses, but instead they started traveling the world. And they haven't done anything, and the girlfriend left. She's no longer she's writing a book or something, like she's doing something seemingly more legitimate, but this guy now is broke and still like biking around, which is like cool, I guess. I mean, that's a way to live, but he's still like begging people on the internet for money for mental illness, which he still has not ever said anything about mental illness. Like, it's one thing to just be like, hey, support this journey, like, okay, at least you're being legitimate, like that's a real thing, but then like it's a whole other thing to raise money for like a real cause and then just use it. It's so dumb. It's so stupid.
Yo, I will say though, y'all are sleeping on the most wholesome Kickstarter that ever existed, which was the man who wanted $5 to make an egg salad sandwich. Someone gave him $5, so he made an egg salad sandwich. He then went on and said, give me $100 and I will make 40 egg salad sandwiches. Someone gave him $100. He made 40 egg salad sandwiches.
Oh my god.
And then it got crazy to the point where I think he asked for like $1,000 or like $10,000, and all he did with the money was got like the ingredients and made just a butt ton of egg salad sandwiches.
Oh my god.
That's all he did. He was true to his word. He's like, I'm gonna use this money for this, and that's what he did.
50,000. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nuts.
50K to make XL, that's what it was. I think he actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think he donated all that food to like a food bank or something. Or like he helped feed homeless people or something. I forget. Something good came of it. I forget what it was.
That's cool.
At least if I remember it correctly. It's been a long time since I've heard it.
Speaking of this guy who crowdfunded the money for mental illness, I saw a tweet yesterday that someone had DM'd him. I'm gonna try to find it. Okay, so someone DM'd this guy on Instagram, and they said, "Hey, are you gonna do anything for mental health? I'm just confused. I thought that was a plan 1.5 years ago." His response was, "What I do is mental, and beyond. People can take what they want out of it." What does that mean?
That's a politician's response.
What is mental, and beyond? Is that like Bed Bath and Beyond? Like
He is Buzz Lightyear, but for your mind. How much humanity do we have?
Yeah, the fewer the cheaper for sure. Yeah, you should ask him. I'm excited to see it. His goal was $10, and it ended up being 55,000.
I remembered. I thought he had made multiple. No, his original goal was $10, and people just kept giving him money,
That's amazing.
and he just made a bunch of XL out of it. We're level 40 now. They just got like 6, 7 level ups, I think,
That's insane, Cory.
from 2 hours of grinding.
Oh, did I want to finish reading your Warframe stuff? Yes. Did you finish sending it? My phone is dead. I'm not looking at the chat anywhere other than the PlayStation, which means that if it was sent and it got cut off, and then I don't see it anymore. My phone like just died seconds ago. Also, if my phone isn't open to the screen, and I was like looking at other stuff, then, or like just closes, it's gone. They were getting drowned out in a sea of Warframe. Yeah, I can't imagine their voices were loud enough to cover, 10,000 people in watching or whatever. Games are powerful.
14% battery, so I don't know when it's gonna last.
That's okay.
Won't be able to see
The previous
Previous
stuff.
ones.
That's okay. Fev just sent it again. Yeah, that's nuts.
I'm just imagining their comments popping in the chat and just going whoop, into hyperspace. Warframe has gotten so huge. I played it when it first came out, and now it's like the same game, but there's just a massive ton more of it. Have you ever played Warframe?
No, I've never played Warframe.
Warframe is honestly really, really fun, and it's free to play.
Oh, that's cool.
You're like it's like sci-fi robot ninja armor, alien people. I know that was a lot of descripting words, but yeah.
Oh my god, people went out of the Warframe stream and told them to. Shut the hell up, you're too ugly to be talking shit about Steve. Oh no.
I wonder if people would have the same reaction with Todd Howard.
I feel like people, everyone's kind of on the fence about Todd Howard, you know? It's a love-hate relationship.
I want to see that 50-50 split down the middle of, like, people defending him and people siding with the prostitutes. Yeah, we could play Warframe sometime on the stream if you want.
Yeah, we could play Warframe.
I haven't played in a little while.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. I think I can remember my old account stuff. Maybe. You can have up to 4 people on a team too. 'Cause it's, you can play it co-op.
So I will say that, intentionally or not, I unfortunately am well endowed, as some might put it, which means that no matter what I'm wearing, they're visible, they're obvious. But, that said, it is not my personality. It's not the center of my being. I will say though, in terms of using your assets to benefit you, when your assets are part of your body, I feel like you might as well. I think the line just comes when you have to bring more to the table than that. Like you can't just be yeah, you can't just be like, wow, look at me.
Witness me. Look at me.
Like, as far as streaming goes, for sure, the central focus will always be the game and me playing the game. It's not gonna be like the game and tits. Like that's not the move. I'm also like, yeah, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. That is, yep, accurate. A really advanced AI bot.
No, I'm the robot.
Yeah, Cory's the robot.
I have to be. I don't sleep enough to be a human.
Yeah, no, I'm, frankly, this seems really shady to say, and I don't mean it in the way that's gonna come off, so I'm gonna disclaim with that. But, like, I am too anxious, and I think too much, and too intelligent to, like, be satisfied being fake on the internet. It would make me feel so stupid. And, like, playing dumb, like, I cannot do it. Like, there are times when I really am an idiot and, like, words do not come out right. Occasionally, I lose all my brain cells, but it's just as legitimate as when I have them. Like, it goes back and forth.
It's like gaps, though. Like, it'll be, like, a moment of, like, a couple minutes and where you'll just be with her and you'll be like, lady, why did X, Y, and Z? And she'll stare at you and go, oh. And then it'll all come back.
Like, just out of nowhere. It's like, normally I'm like distracted by something, you know, but like I will just make a complete fool of myself out of nowhere. I'm also so freaking clumsy. So like, those are very like, haha, silly girl on the internet, like, traits, you know? But like, at the end of the day, I am a full person.
Drop your stuff, you butts. So many butts. I'm gonna kick your
Oh my
butts.
god, I'm a cyborg?
Are you a cyborg?
Maybe I'm like a, you know, in Battlestar Galactica, they, what are they called? Crap. I'm blanking. Yeah. Oh no.
I don't know how many more times I want to run this, if I'm being honest.
You don't have to keep going.
Because it literally, I think its drop rate's like 1%.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's very low.
It's
But
gonna happen right now, Cory. It will
Now
happen.
that you said that, it's never gonna happen.
No! That is
You
how my
just
streams
jinxed
work.
it.
Just kidding, you're not gonna get it ever, Cory. Oh, yes! Oh my god, I love Buffy.
I hope their cape flies up.
Yeah.
For like no reason.
Better access.
For what?
The booty.
You do it in my Dark Souls.
It's booty
Do
souls,
not
remember?
And he didn't drop anything. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, I think in terms of how I act on the internet, I definitely was. I am one of the unfortunate members of my generation that grew up on the internet and did lots of inappropriate things on the internet and was targeted by awful men on the internet at a very young age and didn't see the problem with it for a very long time, and because of it was very I guess like hypersexual in some ways, but like I was a minor, so like nothing really crazy was happening, but like that's where my head was at for a long time, and at this point I'm burnt out. So it's just it ended there. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. What's up, my guy?
I'm gonna give it 3 more runs. If it doesn't drop in 3 more runs, then I'm just gonna.
We just move on. We just move forward.
We're just gonna. I think 2.5 hours of farming is plenty to try to get this.
Yeah.
I can try to get it off stream if you want.
Yeah, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Good, just chilling. Me too. We're just chilling. You missed so much. We've been rambling non-stop this whole stream.
The enemies are so lazy. They're very floppy.
I just flew in the air for a second. I was like, wee!
Wah!
Wah!
Wah! Do you ever think about how much money the Mario voice actor makes? And how freaking easy his job is?
Yeah,
Like-
a
like
lot of the
legitimately.
sounds they like don't they already have them. They could just reuse them.
But sometimes they have to make new. They have to make
Yeah,
new
there's like
sounds.
new ones every once in a while.
But literally, like the new sounds are like, all right, I want you to make a curious Mario sound. Wah. And that's it. He gets paid like $15,000 for a sound. Because he's also the voice of, I think, Waluigi, or not Waluigi.
Wario?
Wario. Yes. I don't know if he's the same. If he's the same voice actor for Luigi and Waluigi.
I love Luigi.
Gooigi.
That's me.
I mean, I know you and I have already played it, but when you get that capture card, we could always
Play Luigi's
play.
Mansion?
Luigi's Mansion on Switch again if you want. I'd be down.
Yeah. That's the game that brought me and Cory together.
It's a fun game.
It's a very fun game.
There's a lot to do in it too. Well, I say a lot, you know, as much as a Nintendo game can have in it.
Yeah, it's fun. And like all the different like floors of the hotel / mansion are all really cool. I need to use the bathroom. Watch, I'm gonna leave and use the bathroom and you're gonna get it this next time around. I swear it.
Well, this is my last time around, so
Oh, no.
we'll see.
You're gonna get it. This is it. Oh my god, sushi, back up. I'm gonna squish you. Ah! Sorry.
Are you okay?
Sushi, need some more water?
Just want this guy to drop his sword. That's all I want. See, there I go, slipping into my natural Dark Souls singing.
It's only right.
It's only natural. Chop. You know, there's a lot of people in the Dark Souls community that think that the sword that I'm trying to get is cursed in the sense that if you're running a character that is a dex build, which is what you need to use the sword, it will never drop. But if you're running a strength build, which is completely useless with this sword, it'll always drop every time. Like, usually within the first, like, couple of runs. Yeah, some of these guys have, like, even more back problems when you somehow manage to shove an entire halberd through their body. Which, if I can find a guy, I will demonstrate. Yeah, this thing. Nope. Nope. Look at that one. There we go. So clean, too. I can't remember if I killed this guy. I did not. Ooh.
Ooh. cat died. Friends, I miss you. Where did you go?
Not doing that.
Good job.
Tighten that chunk. That here.
Slurp. Sleep slop.
I'm gonna take you to the entrance to the depths. What would be the easiest way to get there? Oh,
Ah,
I
sorry.
remember.
I remember.
Do you dismember?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, and Fallout a lot, actually. Sushi cat.
Okay, so
What the?
what? Okay, so I'm gonna need you to remember this route.
Yes.
Okay.
Aye.
So this is how you get to the depths.
Show me.
This is kind of complicated. So we are back at this bonfire, right? This is at the beginning, the starting area. Okay. So this is where we'll pop up now if we die, until we get into the depths and actually get to a bonfire. So we start here. We're gonna go up this ladder.
Uh-huh. Is that the one that we dropped before?
Yeah. So this goes up to the dragon bridge.
Okay.
But this takes us out on the starting end of the dragon bridge. So it takes us out here. What you're gonna do is you're going to, as fast as you can, you're probably gonna get hit by fire once, which is okay.
Yeah, we're beefy now.
And it's also helpful because the fire that's down there is kindled, so every time you rest at it, or every time you respawn at it, we'll have 10 Estus.
Alright.
So we have plenty of heals. But you're gonna sprint down this bridge to here, right? So you're gonna come up those stairs.
Yep.
You're gonna have to go around the thing and then sprint back here, and you're gonna come to this door, and then just follow this down. Your turn.
My turn. In Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one guinea pig because they're very social animals, and having one is considered cruel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they strongly recommend it to people in the U.S. here that when you like at the pet store, if you're just buying one guinea pig, that they strongly recommend like, hey, you should buy another one.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
You know that
I
if,
don't think it's illegal here.
you know that if they made it illegal here, someone would complain that's infringing on their rights.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that somebody, hopefully not very many people. I don't know what the guinea pig discourse is like in America, but somebody would care. What's up there?
Oh, actually, yeah, go there. I forgot this was here. So you remember that bridge at the very beginning with all of the firebomb guys that were like throwing bombs at you, and they got like guys that were in a room? Open this door. This is that locked gate that was there.
No.
So
Oh no.
that's okay.
Oh, okay. I'll stab him.
Don't worry if you die. Because you opened that, I actually forgot this shortcut was here. This will take even less time to get back to your
Oh my
body.
god, I'm like stuck on everything.
Right, yeah, right there. There you go.
Will he follow me?
I think you killed him.
Oh.
There's one in there. I think there's an armored guy to your right. Yeah. You seem to have picked up remembering how to play a little bit faster now.
Yeah.
So this is actually, if you go across that bridge, your bonfire is right inside that door.
Oh.
So now, to get to the desk,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can just come across this bridge, kill the guys in here real quick, and then go in that gate
Oh, what the
that
heck?
you opened.
I know this place.
Yeah. Dark Souls is all about shortcuts.
Makes sense. Oh my god. Oh, the camera.
Yeah, not the greatest.
Should I heal?
Does
it matter yet?
I would, because you're about to fight some dogs, and dogs suck.
Alrighty.
They are very sucky. My biggest advice with dogs is I would say just try to block, and after they hit, swipe. Because they have a tendency to try to jump away. Thankfully, your katana has enough damage to kill them. Yeah, there's going to be like 3 more.
They're ugly.
Yeah, they're like all like patchy and holes in them. And
They're holy?
they're holy, yeah. They are Saint Doggos. Saint Doggos of the Dork.
Of the dork souls?
Of the Dork Soul.
Oh, we got stuck for it. Whoa!
Okay. And I will say,
Yeah.
you're gonna walk down this path. I would do it slowly, because at a certain point there are some doors on the side of the alley here that are gonna slam open, and some assassins are gonna come out.
Sass?
Yes.
What's in here?
You can't get in there.
What's over here?
I think if you go, yeah. There's nothing else down this way. There's a door on the left, I think. Yeah, that door there.
What's that?
Somebody.
Yeah, there's someone in there.
What?
Help me. Damn. How did this ever?
I don't know if you can open that door though. Try it. Ah, you can't. So now,
Hello?
go in there and talk to the man.
Brilliant. You opened the door. For
Brilliant.
me. Thank. I am Greek.
He's a mage.
Hi, Briggs.
He will sell you souls.
Thanks to you, I
Or not
never
souls,
seen
sorry.
much
He'll sell you spells. 4 souls. Completely useless to us, but you saved a person.
Wow.
And you can roll into those barrels, and there's some stuff. If you look to your left, see there's a guy. Yeah, he just. There's some stuff.
Whoa.
Here's the sorcerer here, in case you wanted to make a sorcerer this late into the game.
That's cool.
Careful, don't hit him. He will go hostile.
How do I roll?
Yeah, that's all that was in here.
Nothing else down here?
Nope, just did it in. Oh, actually, there. Oh, sorry, no, there's humanity on there. To the right. Be careful though. These guys can hurt because they do a lot of fire damage.
Oh god. Oh
Yeah.
no. Okay.
I think there's 2 more around that corner. 3 more.
3 more, that's okay. We can take them.
There you go.
So far so good.
Twin humanities.
Ooh.
Remember, our goal is to get at least 30 humanity saved up in total so that we can save Solaire.
Yes, save Solaire. How many
believe it's-
humanity do we have? Like 5?
I believe we have 12 right now. So we're almost halfway there.
We have 10. No wait,
No.
those are 2 twin ones.
Yes. So
Yeah.
4 plus 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
That's 12.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah. We can do math. Oh my god, I was trying to add something on my stream the other day, and I could not for the life of me do a simple, like, subtraction. That's what I mean, like, my brain works most of the time, and then every once in a while it just stops functioning.
Just double checking Solaire's humanity requirement. Yeah, it's 30. Yeah.
I'm smashing everything.
So yeah, if this is you're gonna progress down here slow. This is back towards where the dogs were, right? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There's going to be someone behind you. So I would run back up towards that fire. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know
God.
if they're going to do that.
Oh, what? Oh, God.
Try to keep all three of them in front of you.
Hey. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Right stick. There you go. Yeah. When he's doing that knife thing, don't attack him. That is like waving knife.
Uh-huh.
That's parrying animation.
Oh. You dummy.
It's cool. Your katana does enough damage.
29th of May is officially put a pillow on your fridge day. What?
Why is that to keep your pillow cold? Now you can actually go into some of the buildings that they came out of, and there some of them have items.
That was a yawn.
Mail breaker. It's a very terrible dagger.
It's like a big mail opener? Like,
No, it is. They were originally used to be used against people that wore mail armor, chainmail.
Oh, chainmail, because then you can get into the...
Yeah, it literally would the way the blade was made was that it was small enough to enter in between the links.
Yeah.
And the idea is you could stab through, and it would the blade would widen as it got towards the hilt, so it would literally break the chains of chainmail. That's what's called mail
That's
breaker.
cool. Let's go in here. Yes.
There's going to be some, so those that exact same thing is going to happen when you go down around that corner to the left, and there's also going to be dogs.
Oh, yikes.
If you're slow enough, I would heal. Give a heal. Yeah, so you can see the dogs in the distance. You should be able to aggro the dogs first. If they wake up. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, doggos? Oh, nope. You got the thieves. Thieves, assassins, whatever these things are. Yeah, same deal. Keep them in front of you as best you can. Take a smart bath.
Oh, doggos.
It's okay, you got beefy stamina.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, they're... I forgot they do blood loss. You can roll into that barrel. And there's a thing.
That's strange. Okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So you can actually tell which barrels have stuff in them because any barrel that has something in it will have a corpse in it. And if it has
That
a
is
corpse
so
in it, you
weird.
can roll into the barrel and the corpse will pop up.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of stuff.
Okay, so that room ahead is gonna be Capra Demon.
Okay.
Capra Demon, not terribly hard. His arena is just a bitch to work with. So when you walk in, on your left-hand side is going to be a stairway. And when you walk in, there's going to be Capra Demon himself, and he's going to have 2 dogs. The easiest way that I know of to fight him is as soon as you enter, try to sprint and roll and charge up the stairs. Because once you get to the top of the stairs, it's going to be a dead end, but there's going to be like a little board thing you can walk on.
Okay.
And the reason why you want to charge up the stairs and get onto that little board thing is because the dogs will follow you, and Capra will have a hard time maneuvering up there because he's a lot bigger. He can get up there if you take too long, but the idea is you want to run up there, lead the dogs up there,
Get
kill
the
the
dogs.
dogs, and then you can run down and have the rest of the very limited space of the arena to fight just Capra Demon.
I think I've seen you do this before.
Okay. Yeah. So and then once you're out just fighting Capra Demon, the easiest way to fight him is I would not recommend blocking his attacks because he will do too much stamina damage. He will literally take probably half or more of your stamina bar.
Okay.
And he does consecutive attacks, so he'll do like more than one. So he hits really hard. So try rolling. The good thing about him is he's actually kind of slow when it comes to turning.
Okay.
So when he like finishes an attack, you can like strafe around him and get some attacks on his back.
Okay. All right. We'll see. Should I heal?
Yeah.
What's down there?
So that's where you're going to go after you kill Capra Demon. You can't go very far down there because you need a key to get further with Capra Demon.
Oh, gotcha. Oh no.
Oh, he hit you twice and you didn't do that much damage.
Oh god. I got hit in the back now. Oh god.
Nice. Roll that.
Right.
Kill a dog. Yeah.
There's only one dog? There's another dog.
There's two, so you killed them both. So
Oh,
you
nice.
just have Capra. You might be able to just tank his hits, actually. I remember him hitting buttload harder. Good roll. Good roll. Oh my god, the wolf ring that I put on you is giving you enough poise along with the gear that we have. That's the hit I was thinking of. It's giving you enough poise to literally tank right through his hits.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Oh, slurp. Oh, slurp and move. Oh, slurp and
Yeah,
move.
he was locked into an attack. Oh yeah, that jump is bad too. You get hit by that directly. Yeah, you did it.
Woo!
So that fight was made so much easier because you literally had enough poise. If you noticed, every time you got hit, your character didn't recoil.
Yeah.
That's what poise does.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That was
However,
so good.
do not bank everything on that because you still take full damage.
Yeah.
It just means your character will continue attacking. So even if you even saw there at the end, he hit you, but you
And I
were
was
still
still
in
able to
attack.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also keep in mind that even though you may have a high poise, certain enemies may still be able to knock you out of that attack animation anyway, regardless of what your poise level is. And most of the time, your poise level will reset after a second or two.
Interesting.
So if you get hit like multiple times within like a short period of time,
Hello. Hello.
if you get hit multiple times, say within the span of like half a second or a second, your character will recoil, even if it's by the same guy. So like if you had two hollows on you, the regular guys, you could take one hit, but then if another one also hit you within that same like couple of like frames, you'll recoil anyway. So I think that, it needs to reset.
Yeah. Oh,
It doesn't take long for it to reset, but it still needs to reset.
I see. Oh, baby.
Ugh.
The mail in the office.
I got it.
You got it? Oh, you're the best. Thank you. Was that the only thing out there?
Yes.
Did you check the mail?
I'll admit no.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I thought I was just going to the front office.
That's okay.
I love you. What is this? It feels boxy.
Eyelashes.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, you're actually, you can get that item. Oh, lol.
Ow.
CJ had a drinky drink.
I can smell it.
I haven't.
Well, damn.
Well, you put your mouth right next to my nose, so.
Sorry.
All I got was beer breath.
Oh, gross.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I
Hello.
want you to go there with me sometime. It's very good. 3 Odd Guys. They make a fucking good grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh.
'Cause they put like 4 different types of cheeses.
Wow, fancy.
Yeah. And the beer's pretty cheap for being on tap, and you get like a 32-ounce glass.
Okay,
Today I got
so,
like.
sorry, but,
There you go.
the person to your right, that person, they will sell you mosses. So like the purple moss, red moss, and evening moss, they sell those.
That's cool.
Alternatively, you don't have to buy from them, but if you find yourself in a situation where like, you know, you keep getting hit by something that's toxic or poison or whatever, and you like can't get back to Darkroot Garden for whatever reason, they're a good source of it.
Nice.
It's just your souls are better spent on other things.
Okay.
I think
They're
also,
so creepy looking.
Yeah, they're the same model as the merchant that we killed.
Oh yeah.
I think she also sells humanity. If you talk to her.
You still have your senses about you. Then why won't you buy some of my moss?
Yeah, she's the moth saleswoman.
She sells moths, you say?
Moss. M-O-S-S.
Moths?
Poison throwing knife.
Poison throwing
Dung
knife. She
pie.
sells poop.
Skull. Resin. A curse.
Oh, transient curse. Oh, that's important to remember. We might need to come buy those from her. Don't buy them right now because you don't need them. Transient curse, that lets you attack ghosts. There's only one area in the game that has a bunch of ghosts, and you need that to be able to even touch them.
And if you lift a kangaroo's tail off the ground, it can't hop.
That doesn't surprise me. They use their tail to as like.
It's like momentum, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
huh?
Well, I guess, you know, it's more like kind of slap the ground with their tail a little bit. It's more like leverage than it is. What are you saying?
Interesting.
Yeah. So pine resin, charcoal pine resin is, remember that lightning pine resin I had you put on for the gargoyle fight?
Yeah.
That is the same thing except it's fire. It's fire damage instead. Rotten pine resin, not as good. It poisons your weapon. Problem with poison is, as you've seen, it does like 5 damage, if that, every second.
Okay.
So it's not great.
Yeah.
Homeward bones, which are, you know what homeward bones do. And then prism stones, so those are like breadcrumbs you can put places. You can also, fun fact about the prism stones, if you're not sure if a drop will kill you, you can throw a prism stone off of a cliff, and if it makes a very, very loud crack sound, the drop will kill you. If it doesn't make a crack sound, then fall will not kill you.
That's cool.
And then humanity, which if we like really need to, we can always farm and come back and get humanity from her. And then purging stones is the other important thing. We might need to come and get one of those from her if we get cursed. Curse effect will half your HP. And we have some enemies that we'll be facing down in the depths that can inflict curse.
Oh no.
So I wouldn't worry about it right now, because if we can get through the area, even if you're cursed, if we can get through the area where all those enemies that curse you are, you won't have to worry. You'll only have to buy one of them, and you won't have to worry about it again. Because curse doesn't stack. It'll only reduce you to half health. That's it.
Oh, interesting.
It does instantly kill you.
Pinocchio says my nose will grow now. Would it cause a paradox?
So you can X out of there now.
Okay.
And then if you turn around and run down that way, it's going to be a long time.
We rolling.
You can hold circle.
But what if we want to roll?
Use it for something.
We're having fun.
And just so yeah, you're gonna keep going. Nope.
What?
Nope, keep going.
What's in there?
You'll recognize it.
That's a freaking. Oh yeah. What the heck?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So now you're back at Firelink Shrine.
Wow.
That rat's body just basically broke. It is gone.
We did it him. Okay, should I?
There's hollows here. So yeah, now you can go back down, and I'd actually recommend sitting at the Firelink bonfire, because that's going to be the easiest way to get back to the
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Because then you can just come back up here, and then instead of going out your first path that you went through the aqueduct, you can just go all the way down.
They're so much easier now.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Starting
fell
to see
off
that
here.
power creep, right?
What the heck? I had so much trouble here the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
And sorcerer guy's back.
Oh, hello. I regret meeting you under such compromising circumstances. At least we both made it back unscathed.
You talked to him. I think I've talked to him more time than he has.
Did you see them?
The-
The three young clerics headed for the catacombs to seek kindling. Kindling is the art of
Stop
feeding
talking and
monsters.
sell me something.
A young girl sent down into a tomb. What a terrible mission she is burdened with.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hello. Terrific to see us both in one piece. And pray that you never go hollow.
It doesn't seem like he's...
Oh, hello. Terrific. And pray...
Yeah, he won't tell me anything yet.
It might be because your intellect is only.
Oh, no.
8. I don't think you have a high enough intellect for him to sell you stuff.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there's requirements like that.
Does she have enough souls to get her intellect up there?
We don't want to do that because that's not what we're doing. Because all he sells is a bunch of spells.
I don't really use them.
But you can level up though. You do have enough points for if you want to level up.
Okay.
Wow.
Hello, little
You are 8 souls away.
Wow, I just need to kill like a thing.
Oh, you have a soul in your inventory. You have a soldier soul. Soul of Lost Undead.
I have 2 of them.
Yes.
Should I use them both?
I would use just one, and then save the other one for when you're.
Fair.
Because the cool thing about souls in your inventory is if you die, you don't lose those.
What should I...
More dex is more damage. Your endurance and HP are pretty beefy right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Level 42, wow.
Do you want me to put that in the fridge for you?
No.
Okay.
I think we're gonna need to be, I wanna say, around level 90 or 100, I think, before we face Gwen, who's the final boss.
Alright, we're like halfway there.
Kind of, yeah. Ideally, we want to go to I think 120 or 140.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
I don't like his teeth. His freaking teeth.
Good old cramped.
Cramped.
So yeah, so now to get back to where you were going, you just have to go up to the aqueduct, which is where you came from. Where did you come from?
Where did you go? Where did you come from?
No.
I don't know, no.
You
This
came down
way?
a giant mountain.
I remember
You
what
don't
I
remember
did.
the giant
I
mountain.
didn't remember how to get to it. What? Oh, because I saved.
Yeah. But, now that you know, you can one-shot these guys.
Whee!
So gotta be careful.
Come here, you booty.
They can still do some hurtful, hurty stuff.
Hurtful, hurty stuff. Not on my watch. Get out of here with that.
Careful. Cool.
That rat boy. Why does he always turn around first?
Huh?
Why does the rat always turn around?
I think it's a bug. I don't know if it's a bug with his AI, or I don't know if it's intended that he's supposed to run away from you.
Oh, but he can't because it's blocked off.
Because it's blocked off, but also, like, this is it's supposed to be the very
Alright, this way.
Nope, go back.
Yeah, this
You're
way.
gonna turn left and keep going.
Oh, yeah. We gotta go through here. Okay. Oh, wait.
No, you're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep going, and then you're gonna turn right when it opens. And it'll lead you back to where the depths are. Because all rats in this game are poisonous, and to inflict a brand new player with poison, like, straight at the start, is...
hard. It's bad.
Kind of mean.
It's not good.
So they give you a chance to kill the rat before you find out what it does. Because you saw how long it lasted when you were level 5.
Yeah. Alright, wait, so what are we
You go out there.
doing now?
And you go to that door with the torches.
Always follow the
Because
torches.
by killing Capra, you got the key to this door. And this is the depths.
Hello, the depths. Depths.
Yeah. I will tell you, be careful in here. These hollows, they may look like the ones up top, but they are much stronger. They will take a lot more than just a little chip of your HP.
Okay. Good to know.
That's another good thing to keep in mind too, is always be cautious, even if an enemy looks like a weaker enemy from earlier in the game. If it's in a further level,
Oh, another soul.
yeah. If it's in a further level in the game, it's more than likely going to be a lot stronger.
How do I get down there? Up here?
Yeah, there's some stairs there. Also, be careful of the torch hollows. They like to charge. Thankfully, only their attack is really buffed on these guys down here. Their HP doesn't really.
Yeah, it's the
go
same.
up.
Oh god, I didn't see you there. Anybody else?
Yeah, so when you go down here, I think there's gonna be 2 dogs.
Just kicks him. Oops. He's a little beefier.
Yeah, and that is a butcher.
But
She's mean.
it is a butcher. I don't like her. Is she gonna butcher the dogs? No, they're her friends.
She's a.
Oh my
she's a
god.
cannibal.
Oh my god. Oh, she's a cannibal?
Yeah.
I don't like you, lady. I can't see you either.
You can step around her really easily, get a backstab. You wait for her to
Oh, God.
get to an attack animation. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, no.
You don't have to roll. Just literally sidestep her, and just there you go.
Yeah!
Just do that one more time.
Okay, just...
Lock on. Nah, yeah, lock on.
Oh god. Oh no.
There you go.
Got her.
Kill her. Open up that chest. See, you're too hasty. You didn't check to see if it was a limit.
It's facing that way.
So you did check.
Yeah.
Smart. So you just picked up a large ember. Don't go down there.
Okay.
That'll put you straight in the middle of the depths.
So is that human meat? What is that?
I guess so. You just picked up a large ember, right? Is that what you got? So now you can give that to Andre, and now he can upgrade all of your weapons to +10.
Wow. Should I wait until I have like the next weapon that we want?
So the problem with waiting is your damage is going to fall behind very quickly if you do that. Because we're going to need...
What are our weapons at right now?
Both the katana and the halberd are at +5, which is without the ember is about is as far as we can get it.
So should
Once we give Andre the ember, he can make them +10. We may not have the materials to make them plus 10 though. We will probably need to get more tightening for that, but we can look.
So we should go back then?
That's up to you. You can keep going if you want. You don't drop the ember like upon
We
death.
die, yeah. Okay, I'll go a little bit. Let's see.
Don't go that way. Don't go that way.
Wait, where am I going?
You're going down into the water.
Oh.
There's gonna be more dogs there.
Water
Watch your
dogs.
HP.
That's dumb.
These dogs have a little more health.
A little more.
Get out from underneath the wood.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh, hello.
Sip. Slurp. You're gonna go up that crumble.
Up the crumble.
Up the crumble.
You know, like a crumble, like the dessert. Sounds
so
lovely.
Look behind you. Wait, what? There's a butcher. If you go back out that door. Look straight up. In the corner to the right. Straight up. Up.
Where?
Look away from the door.
Oh.
Hello. They call me Spider Butcher.
Okay.
You can throw a fireball at her to make her come down.
Just wait. I don't want to smash all the barrels.
I think something in here triggered. I never fight her. Don't.
I got scared.
Don't kill the man. Aim your camera behind you. Whenever your back is to or your front is to a wall, always have your camera like behind you, so like in case something sneaks up behind you,
That's smart.
you can react to it. You broke it. You broke both of them. Now they're obliterated.
Oh, we helped somebody.
Yeah, so he will teach you pyromancy when you get him back to the shrine.
Oh, cool.
Or when he goes back to the shrine, I should say.
Yay, fire.
Yeah, fun thing about pyromancies is you don't need stats to use them.
Yay!
Pyromancies are nice. They're very powerful.
You coming?
Yeah. Now she's. Remember, you can get her locked into an animation. You don't have to roll.
I got scared.
Yeah, just literally just sidestep her. And
That's my pudge.
Booty
Excuse
stab.
me. Booty stab.
Yeah.
Got her.
Now you got a sack.
Thanks for
You
the
can-
sack.
You can wear the sack.
Is it stylish?
That's up for interpretation.
All signs point to yes. Where is it? There it is. Ooh! That's cool.
Too bad it's really heavy.
Wow! That's a look.
You can keep that on if you want. I think that's not going to affect your roll. Yeah, that's still fast roll.
We're styling now.
There's a doorway.
A doorway. Hello? Anybody home?
Okay, so there's going to be an item to your left. Don't go for it.
Okay.
You probably can't see it because it glitches into the ceiling. But if you run over, grab that item, and immediately roll backwards. Oh, you see this? It's the slime up there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So if you mistime it, that slime is gonna fall on you, and you're gonna take a lot of damage.
Oh no. Is the item good?
I think it's a soul. Currency is always good.
So I should what?
Take a slurp.
Take a slurp?
Yeah. If you have full health, it's not gonna kill you. It'll just take a good chunk of your HP.
Oh god.
Sweet. Half HP. So the thing about slimes, they're extremely resilient to physical damage. However, they are very, very, very weak to fire.
Good
So
to know.
there, you do have some fire bombs, but you only have so many.
Yeah.
So I would actually save those in case of an emergency where you get surrounded.
Oh.
Fun fact, if you want to make a fire-imbued weapon, you actually have to come down here and kill those slimes for large green titanite shards.
Oh.
There's nothing in this
It's
hall.
weird that there's an unlit torch here. Makes me feel like this should be a door.
You'll get that feeling with a lot of Dark Souls things. So, see
Oh.
the big friendly hallway of
Slime?
Slime.
Yeah.
You can press and hold circle and just sprint through all the way to the other end. And the slimes will drop delayed behind you. Try not to run into the big wall. They're supposed to drop delayed. They do attack.
Oh no.
Okay. That one wasn't even near you.
They're getting me. They're so nasty. I like their little ears.
Just roll.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
roll. Yeah, get out of there. Little hollow. Open up that door behind you.
Okay.
Master key. Yep.
Yay.
Bonfire.
Can I close it?
No. There's a bonfire.
Yay.
I don't. You may want to run through the depths a couple times, see how hard it is for you before you decide to kindle. Because there's really not a whole lot down here other than getting that ember and killing the gaping dragon. Because actually what this will do is going through the depths here is another way of reaching Blighttown.
Oh, interesting.
It's like a second entrance to it.
I'm gonna call it
But-
quits for today.
Okay.
And then we'll pick
but-
back up here.
Yeah, the main reason coming down here is to get some souls, some extra items. Killing Gaping Dragon, which is a free extra 10k souls.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
more leveling up is always nice.
Yeah.
And Gaping Dragon, like I was telling you earlier, is an absolute joke of a boss fight, in my opinion. So, yeah. Okay, now you have a large ember, so we'll have to... I will remember that for next time. I'll remember that for next stream, so whenever we get back to the surface, we'll be sure to give that to him, and then we can decide on what we want to upgrade.
Woohoo! High five.
Yeah. Maybe at some point I can maybe farm off stream for your Baller Side Sword.
Okie dokie.
'Cause God,
Watch
yeah.
you get it as soon as you do it
Yeah,
off the
as soon
stream.
as off stream, first run,
It'll
it's
happen.
gonna drop like 4 of them. I've had that happen before.
Alrighty. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. What's the button? This one? There we go. Bye!
See ya.